Yeah, I think we had like taken their money, but they didn't really have any.
You pickpocketed the box from me, and you looked at it to see if it was an item that you thought it was, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was when you guys got attacked by the robbers as well.
And one of the guys died, and Akashi was feeling bad about it because it's kind of their fault for bringing that artifact with them. That's right.
Let me just. Where is that thing? There. I'm gonna kind of speed things along a little bit so we can get to the town. I got one other big encounter planned before you get there. So, like halfway through the third day, you come to a point where there's actually like a really big hill, kind of in the middle of the desert along the path you're taking, and you're going around it, and as you're about to come around the bend, all of a sudden there's like a few civilians come running, screaming, running past you, yelling, "Ah! The Horde!"
So another Tuesday for us.
And you actually all kind of feel the ground shake a little bit.
Your Tuesday's my Monday.
The day the Horde attacked your village was the most important day. For us, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you see a couple orcs come around, but behind them is a really large war elephant with 2 orcs riding on it.
It still only counts as one.
That's how you're gonna do.
Hey, Tetris, it doesn't count until we actually kill it.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That was out of character, you know it.
Roll for initiative.
He draws his sword, looks back at the others. I'll take the big one.
I actually know which one's the big one.
I'll take the big one. I'll take the other big one.
I'll take the stupid one. Which one's the stupid one?
The one that lets the others ride on it.
I'll take the one that's busy clobbering the stupid lizard.
Oh god.
Not bad.
But who's gonna stop me from clobbering you?
Where?
Sir, I can't hear all the sand coming out of your gums. Scale brain.
Literally hops up on your shoulder. Who's gonna stop me from killing you?
Grab you by the horns and throw you to the ground.
He looks at Thrak. You go high, I'll go low.
What is the... Okay.
Agility check. I want to be able to pull her right to the ground with me.
You do that, I shove my hand down your gullet and shoot a fireball.
You gotta get it in there first.
Wow, these guys are all rolling
Shit.
like massively high initiative, except for him. He rolled a 4.
All these guys are high. All these guys are. Oh, the heck, except for him.
Detrius looks at Shogoff and Thrak and goes, "Alright, you 2 lovebirds, can we just focus on the fight at hand?"
I'll slit you first.
Well, if it is like ends up having a bunch of high and low, then that just means they're all grouped together since it's circular.
Matt, you didn't roll for initiative.
I told the damn thing too.
You have to click on your token first. Yeah, that's the weird thing.
Click the damn roll, you dolt.
There you go. Oh wow, you got high.
Yeah, you actually got the same as the elephant.
And also, I know that's armor on its head there, but that armor almost looks like another face on it.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like the red, looks like eyes. Is that kind of like what you're blind?
Oh, look, it's a hidden Mickey Mouse symbol. Oh.
What?
Oh.
A lucky symbol.
The stream has received a cease and desist from Disney.
You know, I knew Disney was evil, but I didn't know. I knew they were evil, but I didn't know they were getting more elephants.
Okay, Thrak, it's your turn first.
All right. I have 30 movement, correct?
Yes.
Yes. This seems like a really odd choice of music.
Can I? I can't get within range of any of these guys.
No, you cannot.
Formidable enemy.
Trying to think.
They'll
What are my
catch up to
options
you
here?
soon.
Part of me would don't. I don't know. Maybe holier ground would be a better idea.
You do have a ranged weapon.
I have a ranged weapon. I also have.
Nobody ever listens to me.
Huh?
I died to myself.
Well,
Also
whichever one you
burning
go
hands.
for, Kaki's probably going to
How
try
far does
to...
burning hands go?
Nowhere near far enough. That's
15
kind of a
foot,
close
foot
range.
cone, so I'd still have to move up.
Yeah, you may want to wait for them to kind of group together because they're... if
Yeah,
they
it's
are gonna
better-
come
it's
at
better
us,
to hit
they'll
a group.
They'll probably converge. So...
Well, they can't. 5, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They can't get all the way over here either. So I'm just gonna scooch up just slightly.
Try to kite them to the middle and then hit them with the cone.
Mm-hmm. Just make sure my sword ready, and actually I'm gonna take a held action to attack them if they actually get close enough.
Okay. I don't think those guys.
35, 30...
They can just get to me.
Yeah. All right.
Elephants,
This
I
is gonna
assume,
be
are
the-
slow.
Actually, they can actually move pretty far.
Because they have long legs.
Yeah.
Damn you tall people!
Hey, I'm the one that gets to say that.
Well, the bigger they are.
Jesus!
But it can't actually do anything on its turn because it's one space away from the track.
Just kind of slowly look up at it. You may be big, but I'm not afraid of you.
And
Yep.
I assume we won't get far enough for him to be able to do it. But if Dash got to a certain level, he'd probably be able to turn into the war elephant, right?
Yeah.
War elephant. I wonder if I can become the desert bear. I'm
Does
saying
does a desert bear count as a monster or an animal?
Animal.
Is there a distinction?
Well, it's technically a monster because it's a magical bear made out of sand.
Man. Now, is the war elephant an animal? Because I was going to say...
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
It's actually an animal. It's
Now,
just
that would be
it's-
pretty awesome. The
That-
six of us riding in.
I was gonna say, Dickie, could you try to talk to it, maybe?
Okay, this
Like,
one.
you really want to do this? Are they holding you against your will? You can
This
just
one-
leave.
It was just a
This-
thought.
This one
no,
on the.
I'm saying that's what
Guys!
that's what they
Yeah.
say to it. That's what
Oh,
they say.
Guys, guys,
Guys,
This
you are
one
rambling
the
on.
Yeah, this one on the elephant is shooting at Gash with his short bow,
no.
Look out, Dickie.
and that's a miss. Luckily, you're
Woo.
dexterous enough to avoid that.
Woohoo.
Good job, Nikki. You
Shoga,
Oh boy. Well, I see a really big target.
have a plan.
I meant
That's
for
you-
good roasting.
Let's use Scorching Ray on that big old elephant.
you're gonna use all three of them on the elephant.
What? It's a big target.
Okay. And
I hit 3.
click- yeah,
three times,
make
right?
sure to click the spell slot and then click it 3 times to use it.
Okay.
That's probably going to ask you what level you're casting it at every time you click it, though, so remember that.
It's supposed to be 2 or 1. Oh, wait,
Mhm.
where did it go?
What?
The level of spell I'm casting.
It defaults to the one that it's supposed to be at, which is 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
2 more times.
that hits. That misses.
Damn.
That one hits, so that's a total of 17 damage. Elephant just kind of gets blasted and doesn't seem to care that much.
I'm just
Kakashi.
going. I'm just jumping in the sand. Damn it! Feel it.
Feel it.
Why do I picture this elephant with a Schwarzenegger accent?
I don't know. See, appropriate at the time.
No, it would talk like John Cena.
No,
I
Macho
don't-
Man.
Okay, what are you gonna do, Akashi?
I got my.
You got a lot of targets.
The buffet is before you.
Raging might not be a bad idea.
What wouldn't be a bad idea? Moving.
Raging.
Raging.
Yeah. Probably raging. Although I mean, last time I raged, I almost died.
Yeah, but if you get
Rage
hit by an
protect
elephant,
helps you prevent dying. But like last
Yeah.
time, I got fucking. Hopefully,
Well-
this elephant doesn't have poison.
yeah, I don't think the elephant has poison. And actually, one thing we forgot last time is we had you do regular rage damage instead of your divine fury damage. When,
Oh, so I should have been doing more.
yeah, like the first time we played after you got it, we remembered to do that, but last time we forgot.
I guess my god was asleep. So yeah, I'll rage and longbow this guy.
Oh, you're gonna. I thought you'd attack the elephant. Because actually, your rage does not boost.
Does not
range.
boost longbow. Okay, then I'll. Yeah, Akashi would try to keep the elephant from reaching the rest of the party. So he'd rush out and there attack the elephant, raging double-handed.
And Aaron just donated another 100 bits.
Woohoo!
Okay, let's see. That's a miss.
That's a bad hit. Yeah, that.
Eesh.
And it's not that I didn't hit it; it's just it didn't go through his hide.
Yeah, probably. The other orc, seeing that you ran up, fires an arrow at you,
Oof.
and he hit for a whopping 1 damage.
It hurts his teeth.
Man, that's fail.
Oh.
That is fail.
Or
Although, keep in mind, Akashi has like really low HP for his level.
Just
Oh.
saying.
not really. You're
Ozzie-
level 3, right?
But
I mean,
I've gotten the lowest possible gain in the last 2 times.
right. Well, that's why.
Ozzie, I'm actually at 10 because
yeah.
of my alert.
Yeah, you're right. It's still not your turn, but
Right.
thanks for reminding me.
Okay, I'm gonna err on the side of caution and move over to here and attack this orc.
Okay.
Okay.
And rapier.
That is a miss.
Chose that spot because it was like the furthest away while still being able to attack.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to
Really?
get hit by that elephant.
Yeah.
Gash, your turn.
Let's see here. I think I can hold.
The
Oh, wait,
rogue
is
doesn't
there
want to get
metal
hit,
on
but the
the
rogue has
elephant?
more hit points.
Oh wait, no, it's only for people holding stuff.
I mean, I mean, he's got armor on him, but it's not actually metal. It's just that's the best image I had.
All right.
Okay, I was gonna say I could light the elephant on fire. I'll cast flaming blade. No, I can't really. If I hold the people on the back of the elephant, does that mean the elephant can still move, but they can't?
I mean, technically, the elephant's doing all their movement for them anyhow.
Yeah.
'Cause they're just up there shooting arrows at people.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to hold one, if any of them.
Do you have any party buffs? Like anything like.
Hmm.
I don't think so.
No, I've got speak with animals, healing word, cure wounds, hold person, heat metal, and flame blade.
What animals can Gash turn into at the moment?
Right now I've got giant crab, giant scorpion, giant vulture, giant
I don't-
centipede, and
I'm not sure you're actually able to turn into a giant scorpion because
I thought that was an animal.
Well, yeah, but
you might not be able to hit the
level.
combat rating for it.
Yeah, the combat ring.
because a
Challenge rating
giant.
has to be 1/4 or lower. False?
I'm trying to remember how it has something to do with your level. I don't think you're high enough level to turn into something that's that strong.
Considering that we almost got killed by them, I can believe that.
No, we almost
also
got
put
killed
down
by the
Desert Bear.
centipedes.
Oh, the scorpions almost killed you. The centipedes actually kept failing to hit you with their poison.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
How lucky for you.
I guess that's it. Yeah,
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, you
guess
could
that's-
use flame blade, but you'd have to actually move into melee range.
Yeah. Hmm.
But it's just a scorpion you can't turn into. The others, I think you can, right?
Okay, I'm just trying to look real quick. Combat wild shape. Oh, that's not it.
It does go up as you level, right?
As she leveled.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
she
find
leveled.
it in the. Well, you're a circle of the moon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
You can-
Castlevania game.
You can wild shape transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as 1. Starting at 6th level, you can transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as your druid level divided by 3. So yeah, nothing you can turn into is going to be all that's useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you've actually seen anything that's a challenge rating 1. I think you've either been
I
lower
think
than
that
1 or
crab-
higher than 1.
That crab, I think, was, but
No.
she advised not to because
The crab was actually lower, I think, if I remember correctly. Let me.
I'm gonna go crab form. Elephant stomps on it.
The crab's challenge rating is 1/8.
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
The elephant steps on you. You instantly turn back into a human. Ah!
Like I mean, the biggest reason that ability would be useful is if you needed to breathe underwater, you could turn into the crab.
Yeah. I mean,
Or if you need to like sneak through a hole or something. Underwater.
I could help Thordor out and just like attack this guy too while I'm at it.
Right. So you're gonna summon Flame Blade and attack him.
Yeah, I guess so here. And again, I'm gonna try moving my character just automatically. How do you do that again?
Click and drag. You click and then you right.
Oh,
Hold down that
the
click.
bar on the left. The bar on the left, click on the mouse.
Left drag and right click.
Okay. Alright. There we go. And then do Flame Blade.
And make sure to click off the spell slot for it. But yeah, oh, okay. So that definitely hit, and that's 7 damage. Yeah, this orc just evaded getting stabbed by a rapier, and then gets hit by a flaming scimitar. Like, ah!
Ow.
Stupid orc.
Ah, my everything.
I'm pretty sure it'd been more like orc.
I
I'm gonna
taste
make
burning.
a little sidestep, and I'll still be in range. And I'm gonna cast on the elephant my cantrip, sapping sting. And if it fails this, remember it falls prone.
Right.
And I also take some damage, but
Yeah.
DC
Oh, come on.
13 Constitution save. Wow.
Yes! I brought the elephant down.
Oh my god!
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, thud.
Do they take any damage for it?
Datrus
No, they
clenches
just
his
lost
fists
their
and brings
feet.
his arm down, and then the elephant just goes down.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh, Trump. The orcs fall. What the hell just happened?
Now I look at him and go, it still only counts as one.
One orc needs to move.
Rack, it's your turn again. Nothing got to you.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm shocked.
15, what, 5, 10, 15, it still wouldn't hit all of it. I don't think. And this either way just got really muddled. Ah, dang it. Actually, I don't really have much of a choice. It's either fight the orc that people are already wailing on, or fight the elephant. And the elephant is
another
actually
orc to
weakened
the-
right now.
There's also
It's
another orc to
prone.
the left.
Yeah.
Except I'm gonna be at a disadvantage.
Right. That's true.
But the you get pack tactics, and the elephant
Not
is
against the
prone.
orc, because there's nobody else standing next to the orc.
I was talking about the elephant.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that really
yeah,
my
he
only
gets-
real
he
good
gets a-
target is the elephant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you actually get advantage against the elephant because you got pack tactics plus the fact that it's prone.
Yes.
Yep. So wouldn't there be double advantage?
No,
Or-
because
No.
his,
No, it's
because
just single
sunlight
advantage.
his sunlight disadvantage cancels out one of the advantages.
To begin with, yes.
Oh.
But he would have advantage anyways because there's two situations.
Right.
Advantage. Damn it!
That's a hit for a pretty nice amount of damage.
If we somehow missed an elephant that's not moving, I would be shocked.
Question is, are you gonna smite as well?
You know what? It's here. It's knocked on its ass. I can do this. And matter of fact, let me double check. I think one of my spells actually, because this is, if first hit your weapon with thunder that is audible within 300 feet. deals
Oh
two
yes, if you're looking at Thunder Smite, yes, it can stack on Divine Smite.
Additional thunder's damage. The target is a creature and must succeed a strength check. Is an alpha considered a creature?
Yes.
Yes.
Must
What kind of question you
would
asking,
also
Andy?
add on the extra of it having to succeed a stealth check or be pushed back 10 feet and still remain prone.
Okay. Click it.
Thunder smite.
Oh god, it doesn't have most of the information on there.
I
What's your
assume you're
s-
looking for the save DC.
Yeah, what's your save DC?
12. I don't expect it to get. Oh my word!
Roll your damage.
Oh, by the way, you can stack this on Divine Smite, by the way.
Oh, so I can also have this. Wait, I can have.
Yes! I do
said-
it all the time.
You said it goes back 10 feet? Yeah, 10 feet.
So
move it
wait,
back.
if I also do a divine smite, does this only count for one spell slot, or does?
Well, a Divine Smite, you get 2 spell slots you burn, but Divine Smite counts as an action. But Thunder Smite, I'm pretty sure, is a bonus action.
Is divine smite only an action?
Yeah, but you technically can't cast 2 spells in the same turn, even if one.
Ah, that's the beauty of it. Divine Smite's not a spell; it's an ability.
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon.
I've had this discussion a lot, and I've played Paladins a lot. This is very true. Divine Smite's an ability, but it uses spell slots.
I guess that kind of makes sense because it also it would.
So in other words, it
really-
uses 2 spell slots, but the first one technically counts as a use of an ability.
Yes. If it's a Divine Smite counts as ability, but Thunder Smite counts as
2d8
a
plus
spell.
additional 2d8.
Yes! Welcome to the
Well,
world
no,
of Paladins!
isn't that 2d6?
No, that's 2.
Either way, it stacks
Extra
on top of
damage.
each other.
Okay, no.
Thunderous Smite says it's 2d6.
Yes, 2d6 plus 2d8 from the smite, so it's 2d8, 2d6, and just roll it.
2d. I told you not to d20. D6 and 2d8. So additional 14 damage.
So you did a total.
Plus your attack damage if you did a
Yeah.
The attack damage has always
that's a
happened.
Total of 26. 26 damage total.
And it gets knocked back 10 feet, which it already
Yeah.
has happened. Okay.
Except in this case, it's more like it slid back 10 feet because it was already knocked down.
I guess we can just kind of assume he was sort of rearing back, and then the thing kind of pushed him.
Getting back up from prone only takes half of their movement, so
Oh no.
he's not happy that he just got blasted. So he's gonna move up and he's gonna try to step on Thrak.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh,
Wait,
right.
He just knocked Thrak the fuck out.
Uh,
Smash the ball red annoying dingy.
who ordered the lizard pancake?
I mean, at least you did a lot of damage before he put you out of the fight for a moment. Just like, this orc is going to
Sorry, I
attack
can't-
Gash because Gash is the one that successfully hit him.
Oh my gosh, they are not happy.
I can't hear you, Liz. I can't hear you through your blood gurgling in your mouth, Lizard. What did you say?
I said fuck you.
This orc is going to shoot at Akashi again. 3 damage. Shogoth, you're not sure what to make of what's going on because things aren't looking very good.
Hmm. I try to decide which is probably the more priority target.
Oh, you can split your race, remember? If you
Yeah,
use
but
sword-
I was actually thinking of doing afflict wounds on some.
Oh, okay.
Does the elephant look like he's close to dying? Or is he just like,
He's pretty banged up, but he doesn't look like he's gonna drop that easy yet.
thing is, he's right on near Akashi, and if he's trying to step on him, that's bad for us. Screw it, I'll use my other Scorching Rays and split it between the orcs.
Which orcs? There's 4 orcs.
The 2 in front of, at least the 2 of the most front.
Okay, and which other one?
I guess the one top. Actually, you know what? I'll do one on the bottom.
You know,
Left.
you could do the elephant and the 2 orcs in front.
Actually, yeah, you know, yeah, let's do that instead.
Okay, we'll go from left to right
Yeah.
on your rolls. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What the
That's also a miss.
fuck?
That's a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, stop.
This orc is really not liking being on fire. He's just screaming as his freaking hide armor is just being ignited over and over again. Why?
Why is everything I love flammable? No.
Is there anything here that looks like a flame? Here we go. Gosh, it's your turn.
Jeez. And the orcs are still an issue, though. I mean,
Yeah.
The problem is if you really move, you're kind of the elephant's the biggest issue at the moment.
yeah. And he's taking a decent enough damage, but I mean, you still gotta put him down.
I got afflict wounds ready. Be still standing by my turn again.
You might
Okay,
have other
so-
issues by that turn.
And I gotta
Hey,
do
we
what I
got-
can. I gotta take him out. Gotta do my 2-handed.
And we're one less.
Oh yeah.
live-
Wait. You just I forget. Is reckless attack something all barbarians can do?
A reckless attack? I'm not sure. I'll look
Where's
it up.
my
real
book?
quick.
My book's over there.
D&D Beyond is up, so
Because that's yeah, everybody, all of them can. That's the thing. It gives you, if you want to use it, it will give you advantage to hit, but it also gives them advantage when they attack you.
Which, given how much damage he can do, I think I'll keep my guard up for what I have now. And he took out fucking Thrak in one hit.
Right. Although against you, he'll do half damage. That's a miss.
Jesus.
Orc is this? Oh, that's the other
Puny
one.
god.
He's gonna shoot at you with his bow. Why won't that guy die? I missed. Ah!
Ah.
Mordor, it's your turn.
Okay. That same orc that I tried to attack before.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
And sneak
Yes.
attack.
Yeah. You actually don't need to do that, but
Oh, okay.
he only had 2 HP left. Yeah, he's flailing his arms around as he's on fire, and while he's flailing, he doesn't really notice you just randomly stab him in the neck as he goes down.
He's just like,
Gash, it's your turn.
Alright, I kind of want to cure myself. Cure wounds, and then, shoot, healing word, as a bonus
you can't-
action.
You can't use.
You can't use 2
Cure
spells in
Wounds
a turn.
No! Oh, that's right, but I can still take a swipe.
If you healing word yourself, you can take a swipe. You can't cure wounds and take an attack.
Yeah, I also want to bring Matt back up, though.
I fucking did.
So you're thinking of healing wording him and then hitting the elephant with your with your flame blade?
Hitting the elephant or running over to this guy. But I can't. I can move, hit, and then cast healing word for a bonus action on Matt, I think, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you can.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool. So that's what I will do then. Come on. Oh, wait.
The mouse arrow, not the ruler.
There we go. I know.
You
Alright,
actually,
so
you
then-
actually had the foresight to block that orc from getting to Shogoth.
Oh, yeah, I totally had that. Totally thought of
Oh
that.
yes, totally was the plan. Mhm.
Alright.
Totally the plan.
Nikki, we're gonna have a talk later.
And don't forget, I mean, if you want, you can cast healing word as a 2nd level spell to make it heal for more.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Okay, so Flame Blade on that dude in front of me. Healing
That's a
word
hit.
on Thrak at level 2.
Ah, my ribs.
9 hit points. Make them count. Alright, and used up my second spell slot. Second
Yeah,
level.
so you did a decent amount of damage to that. That's actually kind of funny. You did 9 damage to the orc, and you healed Thrak for 9 damage.
I stole his life.
Are you using fell magic?
I'm sure Thrak all flat, and then when she uses healing word, he just slowly inflates.
Nikki, are you becoming a warlock and you forgot to tell me?
No, just
Beatrice.
picking up different things.
All right,
turn.
Datrus is seeing this, how this situation is. He's going to have to use Magnify Gravity, and it's going to center around these two.
You're gonna hit the elephant and the 2 orcs. Or wait, no, you can't hit all of them because the elephant's too big.
Yeah.
The elephant and the
Jumbo's
right
a bit
orc.
too big
No,
of a
yeah.
target.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the orc on the right. So Magnify Gravity. Come on, get to Magnify Gravity. There we go.
Here we go.
Up. There we go. All right, 11. And it's
Well, the orc just failed.
and its movement's halved.
Fail, elephant.
I almost
fail,
dropped
elephant,
my
fail,
bow.
elephant. Knock on wood. Damn it.
Oh.
6 damage. This orc, He's angry that Gash got in his way and is going to try to stab him with a javelin.
Ooh,
Succeeded for 7
that's-
damage.
Yeah. Down to 2. No!
Ah!
Someone heal me!
Thrak, it's your turn.
Oh god! Oh god! Ah! Ah! I actually, if I try to run away from the elephant, it's gonna crush me. I would actually literally run over to Nikki and help, but if I do, I will get murdered again
Attack of
instantly. So
opportunity,
I scream at Thrak, focus, big target in front.
yeah.
I know you just died, but keep in mind, we need you as a meat shield.
Meat shield. Very squishy.
Man, he's so
Stab.
avid. Man, the
Oh,
lizard's so.
yeah, I still get. Actually, no, I don't get advantage, do I?
You don't get advantage, but even if you did, that's a mess.
Oh boy.
Yeah, your rapier just bounced off his hide.
Oh god.
War
Now I'm thinking
elephant turns its attention to Akashi, who just keeps not taking damage, and takes a stomp at him.
Oh no.
Oh!
That's a miss.
Oh wow.
yeah.
You. Oh wow.
I just picture Akashi just like doing like a freaking action
shield,
dive
too.
out of the way.
I don't know. I was thinking like this. Also, seeing from Return of the King, where the giant boulder was about to land on that orc, and the orc just literally sidesteps out of the way.
What this literally is Dead Souls back roll in the middle of a boss fight.
Orc shoots another arrow at Akashi, hits for 2 damage.
At least the only ones that are hitting me are the tiny ones when they add up.
Ping.
Aaron, we're gonna have that talk later.
They wouldn't even be as tiny if you weren't raging. Shogoth. There's one less orc, but there's still a lot of enemies.
Okay, I'm using one of my meta magics. Use distance spell and use inflict wounds on the elephant. Should I go ahead and roll now?
Yeah. Well, that's a hit.
Woo.
The elephant suddenly just like jerks slightly as it feels a bolt of pain, but it still hasn't went down.
Yeah, sadly that was not one of my better ones.
Akashi.
I can still hit, but
My turn again?
Yep. There's not that many enemies in this fight, so it's going kind of fast.
Yeah.
It's time to kill us.
Last time it was like 10 minutes between turns.
Yeah, because I had so many targets on the map at once.
I gotta take down that elephant.
Wow.
Why can't we hit you, elusive giant creature?
Your roll luck is awful.
It's all the thick skin.
Akashi, did you drink while we were
Orc
looking?
is shooting its bow again. And it just zips past Thrak. Lordor.
Okay. First, I gotta move back to this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Would I be able to move here with 5 spaces, or would that just be like up to here?
Move where? I can't see your ruler if you're using the
here.
ruler.
Uh,
Yeah.
and I will attack the orc that's right in front of me.
Wow, Gash, your HP is low.
Yeah.
And a miss.
That's
Ah.
yeah. That's the bad one. Gash, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try to cure the wounds on me.
Okay.
Yay! Back up to 8 hit points.
Beatrice.
I'm gonna do a level 2 magic missile. Everyone gets a magic missile.
You got a magic missile. You got a magic
Going
missile.
from left to right.
Yeah, left to right. First
Okay.
one. The
1,
one in
2,
front.
3, 4.
Whoop.
You will get a magic missile at the poop
Wait,
shoot.
this one?
The one
Yeah,
in
right.
front of Gash Nikki.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's 5 damage. Use the macro instead because at least it rolls the dice properly.
Okay.
It also doesn't put like a freaking dump of text every single time.
Yeah.
Is that a 4 or an X?
What else is what it's gonna be?
It looks like an X.
No context. The 2 looks like an upside down T. So whatever.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. 5 for the 1 up 2, 3, and 4.
Come on. Fucking let me click on it. Alright, you killed the last one.
Oops, I just.
You deleted yourself!
I was trying to delete the numbers and I.
Oh god!
I didn't know that was an option.
Undo!
Akashi wiped him out from existence. Wiped him.
Undo! He's still alive! I got
What
him!
happened?
So Akashi, what was the void like?
Did it get rid of my turn order as well? Uh-oh. It lost me in the initiative as well.
Shit, what was your number before?
Like 7?
It was.
I think it was 15.
I'm scrolling up to find it. It was 15.
Sorry, I didn't realize that would happen.
Okay, the orc is in front of Gash.
Oh, no.
Swings and hits again for 6 damage.
Oh, look at that! You
Ooh.
just you got back as much as you got taken away again.
Thrak.
Nasty big elephants, die!
That just barely missed.
Can our 2 takes actually hit something?
Not today!
You died. You have no excuse.
Oh no.
Well, he is little.
Oh, you know, this is actually something you forgot about earlier. Was or you probably would have made sense for you to do earlier is use Inspiring Smite when you hit with Divine Smite earlier. Because you have that ability that it basically allows him to heal some of the damage he dealt to his allies.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
But that was like so many turns ago. I can't just let you do it now.
Right.
Okay, so that's a miss. It's going to stop at Akashi again. Hit for 8 damage.
Wow.
Orc back there shoots with his. Actually, he's noticed that some of the people in the back are doing a lot more damage than the fighters, so he's actually shooting at Shogoth with his bow. He still missed though. Shogoth, an arrow just went past you, and it's your turn.
I felt that.
Oh, he did it.
You felt the wind.
The wind parted her hair.
I felt that. Gives another resource point to use distant magic and inflict wounds again on the elephant.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
That's a miss, though.
Damn.
That would have been a lot of damage if it didn't miss.
God damn it. Fuck.
Akashi.
Why won't you go down?
You're big and you're ugly, like me.
Hey, now, the Odie's actually kind of cute.
Oh.
Finally. Roll,
Thud.
hit divine, whatever that thing is you got in your abilities.
Divine Fury.
So you actually did 16 damage. The elephant just suddenly gets hit by a radiant slash of a katana and finally tumbles down to the ground.
Yay!
Dordor.
Okay. I go over to this orc now and try to attack it. I'll probably miss like all my other attacks, but
Everybody's attacks have been missing if they actually have to roll to hit. Oh, you actually did roll. Yeah, you missed. I didn't even see the freaking thing come up. It didn't make any noise or anything when you rolled.
Maybe it's because I sent my message at the same time.
It's kind of been a little weird today.
Gashishnicki.
Alright, I'm going to do Flame Blade, then I'm going to try doing Healing Word as a bonus action on myself.
Good luck.
Hopefully. Alright, Flame Blade. It's just a 1. There you go.
You know the funny thing is, I think the person that's like the least geared for combat has been hitting the most successfully throughout this fight.
Hey,
Because Gash just killed that orc.
Woohoo!
like all the long range people have been doing this stuff. Most of the damage.
Beatrice.
I've also been staying away from the battle, which is very smart.
Actually, you know what? All the hell with it. I'm gonna do a second level magic missile on the last orc. Because that thing needs to go down.
Okay, you just said fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just looks up and goes, "Oh my god!" And all of a sudden, 4 magic missiles just blast all of his limbs off. He just flops on the ground, going, "Ah, ah!" and just passes out dead because you maimed him. And you took away all of his limbs. It's just a flesh wound. Ugh.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Walk up to Nikki. Here! Both hands grab on Nikki's leg really quick, and you feel healing hit points go through you for 10 hit points. Lay on hands.
Yay!
Datrus walks up to Thrak and goes, "Thrak, are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up?"
All of them! Then smacks himself in the face, also to lay on hands for 5 additional hit points.
I walk up to Datrus, go, Datrus, he just died. He didn't go blind.
Okay, so I'm gonna say right now we're gonna do something we normally don't do in the middle of a session, but everybody's going up a level.
Yay.
And because our tanks have had shit luck with rolling for hit points, I'm just gonna automatically give them what would be the max to roll. So,
Yay.
Okay, so just click on my hit dice thingy.
So that we do 10 plus what my constitution is. So to get 11 hit points.
Deadlock, you roll a 1 die 8 plus 3. Doing the hit dice is just is something different. It's kind of weird.
D8 plus 3.
6. That's actually probably the lowest you've gotten. Okay, if it would let me. Oh god, unfreeze. Damn you, character sheets! God, that was annoying. Actually, wait. That would that because of the way I normally do things, that would have actually been a 7. So that would have actually put you at 38. So let me look at your sheet real quick. It's easy. You're getting plus 14 health, so that puts you at 44.
44. Well, screwed up that joke. Forgot about my bonus.
Do I need to do anything?
Okay, Matt, you already changed yours on your
Yep.
own. Okay. Gaseous Nikki,
That's almost a 50% increase.
you need to roll a 1d8 plus 2. Actually, while I see that's the image there for your freaking character, that I did not need to do that. I'm saving this so that I can use it later. Remember, you originally changed that image, but when I went to actually go download it, it wasn't there for me for some reason. Now it's there.
Cached. Sometimes that happens.
So the 4 is added to my HP then?
Hold on, I actually got.
Okay.
I screwed up and accidentally left. Because I don't let people roll below a certain threshold. So if you actually rolled,
She rolled a 2.
She rolled a 2 with a +2, so she got 4.
I got
yeah. So instead, we're gonna say that it was a 6, which would put you at 29. I just wish this thing wouldn't lag when I try to change shit.
Could it be because it's open? I don't think that would matter. Because it's open on
No.
multiple screens.
No, it's just that roll 20 is laggy as fuck.
okay.
Beatrice, did you already roll?
Yes.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, you don't have a Constitution bonus, right?
Right.
Okay, so Shogoth roll 1d6 plus 1. You got the
Okay.
lowest possible outcome, but it's still that puts you at 23,
Okay.
which is actually what the Paladin was just at.
23.
You can be killed by an elephant with 1 foot stomp.
You changed your current HP instead of your max.
Oh.
I
Cheater!
changed it for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, and here's the thing. Everybody gets... You either get to pick a feat, which I'm guessing most people aren't going to want to do because that involves going through the player's handbook and picking shit out. Or you get two ability points to add to your stats how you want.
I'll have to think that over.
Well,
Kinda need to do it fast.
Oh.
We're doing like
I'll
level up
just
right in the
make
middle
it
of the game right
fast,
now.
man.
unless you want to just not get your increase during the session while we're playing.
Because you don't know what's coming up.
Okay, like the abilities, is that like the strength, dexterity?
Yes,
or...
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, your
do-
stats abilities.
You can either raise one ability by 2 or 2 abilities by 1.
So look if you have any that, like, raising it by 1 will put it into a new threshold. And consider those.
Oh, dang it. I
Gotta
don't
find out.
where would I go to find that out?
The new thresholds are on even numbers, so if you have something that's like at a 11, you can push it to a 12. That would actually give you a new this additional bonus.
I'm guessing you already did yours, Beatrice.
Yes, I did.
Because I see that you have 18 intelligence. I was like, there's no way he had that before.
So will that work with my strength? I can boost my strength to 18 and get +4.
Correct.
Okay, I'll do that for 1, and then
Nothing else would hit a new even number, though, aside from that.
if I put 1 on on charisma, I would go up to 18.
That would probably be good because that's your spell modifier.
Damn it! It didn't.
Yeah, I think I'll just put both in mine and dexterity because nothing else will go up to a new threshold with an even number because they're all even numbers.
Actually, Shogoth, looking at yours, just gonna fuck. Hold on, got too many.
All right.
If you no, that's not a problem. I had too many people's character sheets open. If
Okay.
because if your Constitution is currently 13, if you raise it to 14, not only will your Constitution bonus go up, you'll gain 4 HP because you retroactively get the Constitution bonus for your hit points.
Okay, let's do that. Okay.
Which actually puts you at 27 as soon as I get this to stop lagging.
I want to raise my dex or my
Should I change that, or are you doing that?
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I changed mine already, but both in the dexterity.
I think I'm gonna put mine into dexterity as well. You changed the you don't do the modifier. You just do the
Yeah,
you
you
change the
change
number
the-
underneath the modifier.
Okay,
and the
so
modifier will
it's
change on its own.
It also says that I get a wild shape improvement. So
At level 4.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
I don't know what that. Let me look. Oh, yeah, because that tells you the max CR rating. The thing is, though, you already, your wild shape is already better than the base wild shape things are because of your druid path. So that actually doesn't even help you.
Got my 2
So,
spells.
Thrak, did you decide what to do with your stats?
I was trying to check feats really quick, and then I decided to help it, and I'm going to check my stats again really quick.
You're also at 13 Constitution, so that would give you 4 extra HP right off the bat. If you put one in
I was just
Constitution.
thinking that I just caught that, and also if I put a point to that and put a point to Dex. No, wait, no, Dex wouldn't Dex.
Charisma would increase your spell. I think actually that would give you might give you another spell slot if I'm correct.
Clean this damn room and put my books where they belong.
Yeah, so actually, the +1
Let me
to my
look real
Constitution,
quick.
so I get more hit points, and a +1 to my Charisma.
Can't wait to use my new
14.
spell.
Yeah, your spell slots are, the number of spells you know is equal to your. So you get an extra spell because you boosted your Charisma. So that puts your health at 38.
Wait, I just kind of like Googled it, and this one website says at 4th level Rogue has max HP increase, and then 1 additional 1d8 hit die. What does that mean?
That might be a different edition.
It's 5th. Pretty sure it's 5th edition.
Oh, I think they're talking about sneak attack. It goes up.
Yeah, that's what it is. Your sneak attack.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, that's hit die.
Ooh.
Okay, hit.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
you
no.
get additional,
Actually, your sneak attack is already supposed to be 2d6 from you being at level 3. It probably didn't automatically change that on your character sheet though, so I gotta check that. Let me
just
double check that. Sneak attack.
goes still 2. Okay.
Yeah, it never changed your sneak attack, so you might have actually killed something earlier that you wouldn't. Actually, no, you only hit one time when something wouldn't have needed the sneak attack. There. But I changed the sneak attack on your sheet so that it actually will reflect the damage properly now.
Okay.
So as a wizard, I got 2 new spells, and I picked 2 new spells. One more on the Dunamancy list, and another spell from the regular wizard spell list.
Right. Shogoth and Gash both need to pick a new spell.
okay.
Just Gash and Nikki.
Castlevania Paladin spell.
Yeah, Shishniki and Shogoth both need to pick a new spell because you leveled up.
Right. I gotta open the book.
Yeah.
You need to. I would assume you're gonna pick a second level spell, which would. I think we talked about what you might have wanted to pick next, but
I think I did, but now I have to look it up to remind myself. Player's Handbook or
Player's Handbook.
Yeah, okay. Do you remember what page it was again?
It's page 210 on the PDF to get to the sorcerer spells.
210.
I think you were thinking about going with Shatter because that was what I had recommended. Either that or Hold Person.
Shatter's a good spell.
I think it might have been Shatter, but I'm gonna look it up.
The Shatter is basically a mini fireball as far as what it does, because it's thunder damage in a smaller area than fireball covers. I'm guessing you already know what spells you want, Datris.
Yeah, I already picked them. I can't wait to give the new one to Thrak.
I think we were talking about Flaming Spear.
I think that was what what you were gonna pick, because it wasn't as super useful as the other ones at the time, and that you kind of put it off because you thought the other spells you picked would be more useful.
Yeah.
And actually, Gash gets a new cantrip.
Okay.
Does anyone else get a new cantrip?
Let me check.
Yep. Datris gets a new cantrip.
Sweet.
I think Shogoth doesn't, but I'm not sure. No, Shogoth gets a new cantrip as well. Everybody gets a new cantrip out of the major spellcasters.
Oh, okay.
You got a new cantrip. You got a new cantrip.
Okay, so I guess I should look at the cantrips too then.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, I guess it was Shattered that I was gonna go with. So, yeah.
I'll add it to your sheet because I know a lot of times the Roll20 doesn't actually give you the proper stuff if you don't own the books now.
Yeah, which I really don't get that, but whatever.
Probably something Wizards of the Coast made them do. The question is, what do you want for your cantrip, though?
That's what I'm looking.
Alright, pick my cantrip. Always never go anywhere without it.
Which is what?
Mage Hand.
Oh. Let's see, can I look this up?
So, wait, I can only have spells prepared to my charisma number plus half my level.
Correct.
So why have I already have 5 spells selected?
Because you have bonus spells from forgot what it was. Because your path, your paladin path gave you bonus spells that you automatically have when you're high enough level to cast them.
Oh, so I have to keep track of those too. Jesus.
Yeah, because I think it was what was it?
Heroism, I think, was one of them. And maybe Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, that's probably why they're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Guiding Bolt and Heroism, you automatically get as bonus spells.
So
and Burning Hands.
Technically,
is
I'm already at
shield.
3, and yeah, Burning Hands is a cantrip, which is why it's not selected.
Because actually, the funny thing
I turned off
is,
Raffle Smite.
Because you actually get 2 new spells because of the fact that you hit level 4 and your Charisma modifier went up.
Yeah, so actually it's additional 2 now.
The thing is, they're still just all level 1 spells.
Yeah, but that means I can turn on Raffle Smite.
I was thinking either between acid splash or poison
Paladin
spray.
spell. What the Paladin
Acid
spell?
splash.
Guidance could be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's a useful spell.
I mean, acid splash, I can hit more than one target, and poison
Yeah.
spray. But poison spray does a lot of damage.
And looking it
There we
up,
go.
that hit die thing
Access.
seems to apply to like when I do short rests.
Ranger spells. Paladin spells. Level 1.
Okay, so you're gonna go with acid splash.
Yeah, we'll go
I got
acid
that.
splash. Things will die in front of me.
I know that feeling.
I'm only sad we're probably not gonna get to 5th level before this is over, because
Oh no, we
Wait.
are. You are gonna get to 5th level as long as we get to. Because I actually I have planned to jump you guys up at least one more level before the.
That's cool.
That's actually part of the reason I had you guys level up now. I originally wasn't going to have you level up at this point, but I wanted to for the just what I have planned to make things a little more interesting.
And
So at least-
second spell is protection from good and evil.
Aaron, you need any help?
I know I'm going to get the flaming spear, and then for cantrip, I'd like to. Actually, poison spray is pretty good. I'm trying to decide between poison spray and guidance.
Because my plan was still to get fireball when we got to level 5, but I wasn't sure we were gonna do it since we were gonna be ending this
We're
game.
going to get to level 5 because I kind of want you guys to be at that point, because the boss fight at the next area I've kind of changing from what it was originally be to make the finale a little more epic than it would be otherwise,
Oh, okay.
because that wasn't originally going to be the finale.
Okay.
That means I'll get uncanny dodge.
So you're just gonna be bouncing around like a leprechaun.
All right, and then I think I'm gonna get poison spray just for a little bit damage.
So you have a ranged ability that doesn't involve throwing a spear.
Yeah, it doesn't involve throwing a spear or standing in place and throwing a tiny flame at something.
Yeah.
Ah,
Produce flame is still useful for other things outside of combat, even if you don't use it for that.
Nikki.
Well,
you
poison
learned-
spray doesn't reach as far as you think. It's only 10 feet.
Extra attack.
Yeah.
You learned well from me, Nikki.
And uncanny dodge means if I can see the attack coming at me, I can use a reaction to have the attack's damage.
Next level means the kobold gets to stab things twice.
And I get a 3d8 sneak attack.
Oh, level 5's
3d6.
level 5's when you get second attack.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
Next,
I was talking about the
Yeah.
Paladin.
yeah,
I get a new spell called Pulse Wave, which is basically a gravity fireball.
Cool. We're all fiery.
So I
Yes.
think everybody's got their stuff set up now, right?
I have a question
Right.
about hit dice. Mine says 3/4d8. Does that mean I use 1 out of the 4d8 that I have for hit dice somehow?
Technically, means you're still sitting on the 3d8 you originally had before you level up. Once you hit long rest, it'll come back.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's basically the hit dice thing is because normally you'd use that as part of like the short rest
yeah.
healing thing, but I haven't been utilizing that for this campaign, so
Yeah,
it's
we
really just kind of a pointless thing on the sheet.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the only time we had a short rest was when we were in that maze leading into the undersea city.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna say we're gonna speed. Since everybody's set up, I'm gonna say we're gonna speed things along a little bit. So everybody, everybody subtract 2 rations from your sheet and hit long rest. because I'm just gonna speed us up to the city. But I actually realized I forgot to make a token earlier that I was supposed to.
So you quickly do that while we do our rations.
Yeah. I don't know for sure we're actually gonna get to this, but I want to have it in case I need it.
And said hit long rest.
Yes.
hit
Yes,
long rest.
Yeah,
roll
because-
long rest
because
on
I'm
your
just- I'm
character
just-
and make
I'm
sure your
basically
rations
just-
go down by 2 because 2 days pass.
Yeah, I'm just fast forwarding through the 2 days to get you guys to the city.
Okay.
We'll click something.
Do we have a change of
There we go.
music now?
We're going
No.
to in a second. I'm trying to do something real quick though.
Oh,
We must listen to the Shantae-like music.
there's better
I'm
choices.
pretty sure it is Shantae, but yeah.
There are better
I
choices
don't
for
know.
Shantae than
No,
that.
it's Kevin McLeod, so it's free. It's like royalty free stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I'm just saying there's better music from Shantae.
That's why I said
This is actually
Shantae-like.
pretty good for like desert music. Honestly. I would use this in a game.
Yeah. It definitely
But-
invokes desert area.
I
video
do use
game.
Kevin McLeod stuff once in a while, but I'm at the point now where I have my own keyboard, so I'm trying to make my own stuff when
Yeah.
I need it.
Right.
I made my own background theme music for Phasmophobia.
Yeah, the only reason I'm using this because there's not a lot of desert music that I wouldn't just be stealing from a video game.
Right.
I know.
That being said, most video game music is actually okay according to YouTube.
It's just the main thing is if you can get I prefer to get like a remix a lot of times instead of just straight up using the music from the game.
Right.
But okay, I got that done now. Oh, you want to change the music, huh? Well, see,
Yeah, see, you'll change the music, see? I like this particular tune, see?
It should be on Barbarian 4 as well, because it doesn't. It's only saying
Yeah.
Barbarian 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody- there
Yeah,
should be
that
four
should
now.
update your hit dice and stuff.
Okay, this is a lot nicer to my ears.
Meh.
Because Ozzie did like all the rest of the stuff, so I guess you just messed
Right.
up.
Yeah, because I just didn't.
Yeah, you're
I-
good. I'm just
But
making sure.
I changed my thing to for myself.
All right, so you guys finally arrive at Gruish, and you approach the city. There's a massive stone wall surrounding the city. You approach the city gates, and the high orc guards kind of greet you and nod as you go through. They normally question most travelers, but because you're guarding a merchant caravan, they don't care.
Right.
It's pretty darn obvious why we're here.
All right, so the merchants pay each of you 60 gold.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
Yay.
I could lose my 60 gold.
60 gold.
Puts me
60.
at 97.
Character sheet load. Damn you.
194.
Taking
202.
forever. So slow.
105.
179.
60 plus the 90 I've already got. So that's 120. Shrink.
Ah! 123 gold! 123 gold!
Waddles away.
Your main two objectives here, in case you forgot, is you have to deliver the package to Rubald's partner here at his shop in this city, and you're looking for information on what happened to Tom Ato.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we really have to on that second one?
Yes.
You
Yes.
say that if you say that publicly, there's going to be a slight patting sound behind you, and an angry little kobold
And then you have a
with
very
a sword in
angry,
his hand.
The question is,
you have a very angry tiefling with poison and fire ready to go down in your
the
face.
question is, what you guys want to do first?
The easy task will be to drop off the item and just get it away from us.
Okay.
I assume we have directions to where the shop is, so that should be easy enough.
Yeah,
done.
it's not that easy to find Rubald's magical, wonderful magic palace. Yes, it actually says that on the building. It says Rubald's magical, wonderful magic palace.
Something tells me he lost a bet.
Or it might just be a translation thing, because
No,
There's a
I'm,
bit of redundancy in that title.
no, I'm sticking with a bet.
it probably sounds more poetic in its original language.
Okay, so you guys arrive. You go inside, and like the same outlet at the port town, there's a lot of weird contraptions all over the place in here. And you enter. There's a half-elf woman behind the counter that's chewing something and randomly spitting into a jar every now and then.
Actually, as a kobold enter, he looks around and realizes the shop looks kind of similar in some ways, and just goes,
Is it just me or did we hit a budget constraint?
kind of looks around again, shakes his head, and continues to counter.
Petrus puts his arm on the counter, looks at her, and goes, "We have a package here to deliver."
He goes, "Oh, you're the ones that Rubald hired."
We are.
She says, "Hold on a second." She walks behind a curtain into a different room, and you're pretty positive you saw what looked like a flash of green light. And she comes back out. Followed behind her is a man that very much looks exactly like Rubald.
I think we just got the same actor.
As he walks up to the counter and goes, "Hello, my name is Schmoobald. I'm Rubald's partner. You got the package?"
Why?
Yeah, if you could
The kobolds literally
stayed
find the
here,
urge
why do
to
you
say
have
that this
us
is not
cover this?
Bob.
Hold on, one person at a time. What does Thordor say?
If you could just come here on whim, why did we need to deliver this?
Because then it wouldn't have gathered any interesting information along the way.
Well, I don't know if we met, but my name is Smootris.
Mattress.
Smatchers.
You're about to become Smactress if you don't knock it off.
You know, adding schma to the starter things doesn't protect you from copyright.
I wanted to build a house. I wouldn't use Schmoop.
I smacked the back of Datra's head. Now you really are Smattress.
He gestures for you to hand him the package.
Because he just puts it on the table. It's like, as long as we're getting our money, just get this away from us.
He opens the package, picks up the sphere, and goes, "Huh? Ah, you guys fought a desert bear, huh?"
Yes.
It was amazing.
It didn't
Was that
drop
a lot?
anything but sand.
A lot of interesting information in here. He goes, "Okay." He gives Thrak 50 gold. He gives Akashi 50 gold. He gives Gash 50 gold. He gives Thordor 50 gold. He gives Shogoth 50 gold. He gives Datris 49 gold. That's for dropping it. So that's
Points the
drop.
finger. You jerk!
So 229 then.
Let me see,
Like-
because he's also supposed to give you a magic item.
So wait, those 50 gold again?
Yes.
Yes.
Except
Gash's
Beatrice gets
eyes are-
49.
I thought for sure he was going to dock me for questioning him about, how he could just brought it here.
So yeah,
Gash's eyes
another
just
purse of gold lands in the Thrax's hands. 173 gold. You see, raise his armor up a little bit, and you just see a line of belts now with all these pouches. And he quickly adds another one to the belt and lowers the armor back down.
Okay, so he goes, well, let's see what kind of magic items I have that I could offer you. Well, he give you this set of 6 healing potions, or a wand of smiles, or a wand of scowls, or my Beezy box. And he puts down a weird bee-colored box on the table that has a button on it.
I grab
Easy box.
I grab both Nikki and Datris by the collar and start yanking them out of the store.
Where's the Beezy box?
No,
the ones on smiles.
no, neither of you, no.
You never know what.
Actually, I'm curious, what does the box
Big
do?
for us would be the healing potion.
I go up to it and examine it to try to see if I can figure out what this thing is.
What the box?
Yeah.
You could probably ask him what he does.
Which is what the kobold just did.
I tried to look at it first before I asked.
He says, okay, because Thordor's examining it, and Thrak asks what it does. He goes, well, once a day, you can summon a Beezy to do whatever you want for you.
Kind of leans his head to the side. What's a Beezy?
He knows exactly.
I kind of figured it as soon as you said it was a box with a button.
I'm confused, what's a Beezy?
At this point, the the kobold is just kind of literally on purpose, not even on the counter this time, and just kind of peeking over the counter at the box.
You can give it any one command once it completes its job, but it explodes into a burst of bees that evaporate into the air and then disappears.
Goes slightly wide-eyed, not sure what to think about this.
Just don't summon it to improve your golf game.
Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, he kind of pauses for a second and looks at the ring on Thrak's hand and goes, "Where the hell did you get that?"
I found it.
He goes, "That is a very dangerous artifact."
It makes bees.
Yes. You know how it makes bees?
Magic.
Why we be in a
It summons it summons them from the plane of bees. Which sounds really stupid when you say it out loud.
There's a
But
of bees.
but it's controlled by an evil bee demon. There's a very big chance of you accidentally summoning something you don't want when you use that.
But when he's saying all that, you just hear from outside the store Shogoth yelling, "Why is that a thing?"
Can't Shogoth even really hear that from out there?
Beatrice manages to shake himself away. He runs back inside. And he's like, "May I test this wand?"
Which one?
Which one do you think he wants to grab?
Wait, isn't Datris dragged out of the room already?
Yeah.
He snuck out and he's unchecked his collar and runs
To be
inside.
fair, Shogoth isn't very physically strong.
Yeah,
so it's
Chogoff is
really
not
that
very
easy.
physically strong, and the other two keep pulling in at random intervals through the door.
Yes. And I keep running back in to pull them.
Bees, my god.
Datris takes the wand that smiles and uses it on Shogoff.
Okay.
You dared not
Can't we
fucking
have
dare.
Datris just just do strength check.
I was gonna point. Hold on. I'm actually gonna roll with this. You realize that you actually just used the wand of scowls on Shogoth, which means her facial expression did not change.
So wait, it's the wand of smiles, the wand of scowls?
He used the wand of skulls. You know what? Just for funsies, I'm gonna reach up and grab the other one and use that on Detrus. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now Detrus is beaming with a smile, and he doesn't know why.
Never dancing a devil with a pale moonlight.
And I'm just standing here, just kind of looks at Detrus and goes, "You kind of deserved that."
I'm standing behind Datrus with a firebolt in my fingertip.
Rubald says, "You know, this is all entertaining," and just suddenly stops mid-sentence and chugs out of his canteen. He goes, "But can you please pick something and leave?"
The wands recharge, so it's not a worry about the wands.
You know, you have a lot of gall. You have a lot of gall after saying as on an adventure for you to bring the thing to you across the desert that almost get killed by a bear and vultures and an elephant.
He looks.
Not helping your face.
He kind of looks straight at Shogoth and goes, "What are you complaining about? You're not even the one that got hit half the time."
The kobold's tempted but won't. He's too nice.
He kind of like waves at Thrak. He's like, "This guy on the other hand got knocked down like 3 or 4 times."
Yeah. And what happens?
It's like, why am I with these?
Yeah, and what happens if they didn't get back up? Then I'm not gonna have any meat shields left to keep me alive.
I got stabbed by a giant scorpion.
He kind of looks at Shogoth and goes, "You really think with the way you look, you couldn't find new meat shields?"
You're not trying hard enough!
And as the kobold says, "You're not trying hard enough," he uses the wand of smiles on Shogoth now.
I shoot a firebolt on Thrak.
Dodge!
No, at this point, Rubald kind of like grabs both the wands away, throws them behind the counter, like, "Pick something."
Detrus looks at Shogoth and goes, "Wow, you actually look prettier when you smile."
Can I take both wands and point them at Akashi?
No. Rubald
No.
behind the counter because you guys were annoying him.
Don't worry, but I think the most obvious choice is to get the healing potions because those would probably be the most useful.
Yeah, I'd say definitely the healing potions.
As much as I want wands, the potions would actually help save us because that means everyone gets a potion.
I don't trust this group with the Beezy box.
Beezy box.
Technically, I would trust Nikki with it, but that's about it.
I would trust nobody in this group with the Beezy box.
I barely even trust him with the health potions.
He goes, "Okay, well," since you don't want the Beezy box, I'll use the one used for today." He pushes the button, and a half man, half bee creature appears and goes, "Hi, I'm Beezy. What can I do for you? I got a Beezy schedule." He says,
Somebody just figured out what it was.
He says, "Go make me some pancakes." He just walks away and starts making pancakes for Rubald. He gives you the potions.
Do we each get
Hey,
a potion
Shogoth,
then?
keep smiling!
We each get a potion, yes.
You did.
If that's how you want to divvy them up, yes.
Yeah. Well, hey.
What kind of potions are we getting now? Just regular health potions?
Just regular healing potions. Okay, how do I add it to my inventory again?
You can't have your character sheet popped out.
That's
so
right.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to close it and reopen it, and then you can drag and drop it from the compendium.
Well, Rubald, at least we're leaving with a smile on our faces.
Except me.
No,
No, that smile on your face is a forced one. You could be
No,
happy with that.
There is no smile because if I'm smiling, it's you on being on fire.
No, that's a Swan and Smiles does. It forces you to smile.
Yep.
And Rhubarb goes, "Oh my God, could you two please just get a room?"
You two, 6 o'clock later, we need to go find Tom!
That's it.
Scampers out the door.
Strack and Datrus are sleeping on the floor tonight.
So,
I'm ready to get my arm from you, don't control me!
Okay.
Is there any place specific you guys plan on looking for information?
Oh.
Check the local tavern or something.
Yeah.
I figured that was gonna.
It is.
the
If
local
yeah, I was
tavern
going to
is-
pretty much say if it's not a local tavern first, it might be a local market.
All right. You guys head to a nearby tavern.
Put smiles on our faces.
You
By then,
first
actually,
tavern-
the smiles probably fade.
The first tavern you come across is a tavern called the Cranky Camel. It's got a picture of an angry-looking camel man with like one of his eyes closed, glaring at the customer as he holds a mug of ale.
Did you just call me a camel, Datrus?
Are you sure you haven't been here before?
Well,
Looking
you
up
have
at the
two humps.
looking back up at Shogoff.
I like this is
They're all-
uncanny.
Okay,
You are all going to burn in your sleep tonight.
I have to be flammable first.
you
You are.
Even
As-
me.
Dragon blood,
As
bite
you-
me.
as you enter the tavern, which is mostly filled with high orcs, a few humans, and a few gnomes, you get this odd feeling when you notice like about half the people in here all seem to have eye patches.
I'm sensing
Y'all
a
bump into
theme.
the same guy.
Strack, learn to read a room and shut up.
So, what are you gonna do? Question the bartender or ask around?
I guess I'll go to the bartender and see if he's heard anything.
Nope.
ask-
And while he does that, I'll keep an eye on everybody.
Okay,
You know what? While the Oni's standing there, probably arms crossed, just watching the room, the kobold climbs up his back and sits on his shoulder, doing the same thing in the opposite direction.
I spy with my little eye.
I just stare at those
Kashi's
two.
probably like, why does he keep climbing me?
Because he's the best vantage point.
I just stare at Thrak and just say, "You're an idiot."
And you're an
Anyhow,
asshole. What's new?
Beatrice approaches the bar. The bartender is a gnomish man with a handlebar mustache.
And I
Is he wearing an eye patch too?
No, he's just got a handlebar mustache.
I'm shocked.
And he goes, "Good day, mate. What can I do for you?"
For the love of God, Datrus, do not say something stupid.
Well, we're just here looking for information. Why not have a drink? What you got?
Got ale.
Oh, and we have a special today on ale.
And got whiskey.
I'll take a whiskey.
I walk up to the bar. Do you have any food?
He
You got
goes,
ale.
got spam, green eggs and spam.
he goes, "We got a house special.
Well, I'll take one of
Right.
those.
Pretzels and mushrooms."
Nick, I whispered to Nikki, decline the mushrooms.
No, it's
Oh
just
no, it'd be
it's
fun.
pretzels and mushrooms mixed together in a bowl.
I thought you just
No.
You know what? Nikki's still gonna eat it. How much does it cost?
1 copper.
How much for the whiskey?
1 silver.
1 silver. Ooh, okay.
Question is the mushrooms and the pretzels?
Now, if you guys are trying to remember, you do know that the guy that Tom was kidnapped by a
Yes.
black dragonborn.
Yes, it was a black scaled dragonborn. Yeah.
I'm just reiterating that for Dash.
Well,
He's the one talking.
Dash just goes, by the way, have you heard of a black dragonborn around?
That
He goes, shh. He goes, you know, you don't get many dragonborn around here. Oddly enough, though, there was a black dragonborn the other day. Never made it inside the city. He got into a tussle with the guards at the gate when they questioned him about his cargo. You might want to go check with the guard captain.
Not even actually. Do I hear this? I assume they're not keeping it private.
Probably.
Yeah. As soon as Thrak hears this, he just hops off of the Oni's shoulder and goes scattering out the door.
That just goes, well, that's a celebration. Gosh, let's get a whiskey for Gosh and well, cheers.
So
I
wait,
sit
you
there and I mix a little bit of the whiskey in with
I don't know why, but I did. But I can't leave that stupid lizard by himself, so I immediately chase after him.
And I can't leave them to get by themselves together, so I go after them.
You're meant to be there to make sure we don't kill each other.
First, the local people hear skittering in little claws as he quickly scampers out of the room, followed by the boots of a slightly lighter humanoid, followed by the heavy thumps of an Oni.
No, not Oni, I'm the dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong character. Never mind. Still heavy thumps.
And then the Oni follows.
Why is the Oni following?
Well, I'd assume he wants to rescue Tom too.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna follow them, but I'm gonna carry my bowl of mushroom and pretzel and whiskey with me.
Oh, for pig's sakes!
I just sit there and munch on it as we walk along.
Nikki, I've taught you better. Either sit down, eat your food, and drink.
You're not even there. You left already.
Yeah, you left already.
You left already. You can't back her now.
Datris downs the whiskey and puts a glass upside down on the table or the bar.
Or should
And just runs out with him.
Okay.
The gnome looks at Nikki and goes, "You can keep the bowl, but you're not taking the glass with you."
All right. Well, I just chug the glass and then like slap it down on the bar and take off with the bowl and the and the spoon.
The bowl.
And my porridge.
Oh.
My porridge of
Pretzel and mushrooms.
And mushrooms and whiskey.
That's where I thought you said bull. I'm like, where do we have a bull?
The food is in a bowl.
I know that now. I just.
All right, so you guys ask around and get directions to the main guardhouse near the gates. You go in and you're greeted by the guard captain, who's just kind of there as you walk in. He was just in the middle of talking to some people. It's a high orc with a really long beard, like you'd almost think it's a dwarf beard if it wasn't on an orc.
Don't shave much, do you?
He goes, adventurous, what can I do for you?
The kobold will scamper up at the nearest highest platform to try and get closer to face height with him. We recently heard you had a bit of an issue with a black dragonborn?
Oh yeah. Real annoying. We're short-handed keeping this city defended as it is, and he injured 2 of my guards. They're gonna be out for a week.
We are following him because he apparently abducted another kobold.
He goes, yes, I believe that. That's part of why he was stopped at the gate. We don't really take kindly to travelers that have other travelers shoved in a bag.
Very rude of him. Would you happen to know where the kobold went?
Well, after they were turned away at the gate after a skirmish, I believe they fled to the north towards the lake.
Okay. Thank you very much. And immediately hops off the whatever countertop he was on and starts scampering out the door again.
Oh, for
Hey.
oh, for the love of Loki! Would you stop skittering off, you stupid lizard?
A drunk Datrus walks up to Shogoff. And goes,
Oh God!
you know, this may be the booze talkie, but Akashi, you make a very pretty woman.
I slugged that. I slugged Datrus.
You know, Aiden says, you know, you didn't have that much alcohol. You don't have to pretend you're drunk just so you can hit on her.
And,
I don't care if he's drunk or not. I still hit him.
and I say to him, "You realize you're going to have to carry him now."
As hell, I run off.
Well, I could drag him. I start dragging Datrus in the direction of
Yeah, I just see you. I see you carry him by his feet as his upper body's just dragged on the ground.
I'm like sipping the last
His
of my
robes
whiskey.
over his head, his arms just outstretched over the top of his head.
Yeah.
By the way, at this point, it's about midday. You got here pretty early in the day.
Hudson! Towards the front gate. I think I went north, please.
I finally grab a hold of Thrax's tail. Would you slow down?
Dodge!
I was gonna say, during all this, Aiden goes, I would just stay here and rest, but I guess the sooner this is taken care of, the sooner we can head to our next destination.
Duchess is just on the ground.
with a shiner.
With a shiner, just pretending to be knocked out.
No. He's just knocked out. He's holding a ball of booze, and Shogun looks at him and goes, "Where'd you get that?" Okay.
Anyhow, are you actually just heading straight there?
As far as the kobold's concerned, yes, this is an emergency rescue mission. Need to go.
No one else has any real objections to this other than Shogoth's in-character bitching.
Yep.
Per usual.
At least he knows I'm being in character.
I mean, unless it was like some way I can get like a magical rapier, I don't really have any.
Thank you. Wait, hold on.
I do need to make a drink and bathroom break real fast.
Okay.
So BRB.
All right.
Because like I don't really see anything else that I would really need other than
Like, it wouldn't be
something that's stronger.
impossible to get a mithril rapier, but it would be incredibly expensive.
Like 200, more than
Like
200
more than
for people.
200. Yeah,
That'd be
because
like a
mithril-
2,000.
Because
top deal.
mithril's rare in this part of the woods, and like the other big thing is God Steel, which is what Akashi's katana's made out of, but that's also usually only used to make stuff on special occasions.
I don't really think I need anything else other than possibly something to do more damage, but I don't even really need that.
So you go right back out the gate, except this time instead of having a caravan, you just have a camel. You guys only bought one camel, right?
I didn't even know we had one camel.
Datrus bought a camel last time.
Actually, I bought a camel too.
Okay, so you got two camels.
Yeah, I remember I actually went, you know what? Hell, I got enough money. Camel.
Zareth, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know at least me and Thrak could ride on one camel.
Yeah, as soon as we get on the camel, he just goes, yeah! Gives it the heels and just kind of slowly starts walking.
Didn't I buy camo on the way here?
Yeah, we have 2 camels, he said.
Okay.
Is there a way you could cast haste on these things? For like an hour? Just slowly wandering.
Is it the
Realize
camels
the
are
speed of
walking?
it and say to Dak, maybe we should just like turn around and maybe get something that can go a little faster.
Have all the immediate problem would be that there's not many other animals that would be able to handle the desert. That's our issue.
Camels, llamas, alpacas, sand bears.
Who all found a tame sand bear?
I wish I could turn into one. I have it down on my sheet, having seen it.
Sadly, it's not a normal animal.
But is a bear a normal animal? Like, it's technically in the shape of a bear, so
Yeah.
wouldn't Gash need to know the shape of a bear, or just an actual bear?
Yeah, I guess seeing the desert bear would allow Gash to turn into a regular bear.
Yeah.
Could Gash like go around town, see if there's any like animals, and then just see? Hey, they sell-
Is there a
they sell-
local zoo?
Well, that's
So
why I
camel
want to be
bear, you
able
could
to
just-
turn into a trash panda. I should be able to do that.
I think we kind of already ruled that you've seen raccoons before.
Yeah, I have
Well,
seen raccoons.
You've seen raccoons and rats and mice.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Just talking about
We're
trash
traveling
panda.
out town on camels. At least the 2 we got.
I'm probably walking beside the camels. Maybe
All
having
right,
a conversation
so-
with them.
So
So,
maybe you have a conversation.
so after about, I'm not even gonna bother changing the music. After about half a day, you get you start to get close to the lake, and you actually, because it's getting dark now, you actually you see up ahead. You see what looks like the remnants of some old stone building. You can't tell what it is because there's only just like bits and pieces of walls left, but you can see smoke rising up from inside, kind of smoke that you'd see at a campfire.
I assume the plan will be to approach with caution,
Yeah.
unless
I'd
someone else has any other
probably-
plans.
Yeah, I probably should like get off and like sneak up and see what I can see this camp as stealthily as I can.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna ready a spell
So
to
roll.
cast on Thrak when the time is right.
So roll for stealth.
Yeah, hold on to the spell idea. You don't want to be just holding a spell right now. Oop.
That's
That's
you don't even actually completely get to the building when you think you pretty much immediately realize you fucked up because you think you hear a voice inside from behind the wall say, "What was that? I thought I just heard something."
Good job, dumbass.
I try to make it sound like a desert animal.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Get caught, make it sound like a dying giraffe.
I don't think we've even seen one of those. How do you even know what it sounded like?
Let's
Oh
see.
man.
Deadlock, give me a performance.
Dang it.
That is very clearly a dwarf pretending to be a bird out there.
Ah! Rah!
I yell. He was trying to be a giraffe, not a bird.
Oh.
No,
Can I-
better yet, all you
can I
hear is,
recognize-
I'm a dying giraffe!
You're chirp, I am a bird.
You hear another voice say, Say, go check it out.
I'm a
Like,
Trish
I'd
Briggs!
become
And I just T-pose
nice
on the
demo for a
spot.
hiding spot.
I'm gonna cast a spell on Thrak
Hold
in
on.
case we get into a fight.
Thing is, he
Okay.
actually kind of went ahead of you guys. Like you guys are a ways away from him, but you can kind of see him like kind of panicking all of a sudden.
I hide
Am I
on the
able to
camel.
turn into a camel?
Huh?
Am I able to transform into a camel?
Yes.
Probably haven't even encountered them.
You've been around
what I
one
got-
half the day. You should be able to.
I don't know how effective they'd be in combat, but I mean, maybe you.
They don't necessarily have to use it for combat.
I can use it as a disguise and walk up and just sit next to him at the campfire and act all camel-y.
That's actually not a terrible idea. As long as Thorador can manage to hide, roll another stealth check.
Okay.
You managed to hide like a guy armed with a sword and a shield, wearing like a turban, comes running out, looks around. Could have swore I heard a dwarf pretending to be a bird out here, but where is he?
And then a camel just lazily starts walking past.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Gash turned into a camel, starts to walk up, and just goes, "Oh, guys, it wasn't a dwarf pretending to be a bird; it was a camel."
Let's see, pretend to be a camel. I mean, a camel.
You hear one of the you hear another voice go, "What the fuck do you mean it was a camel?" he just kind of like randomly leads Gash into the camp. Like, look, guys, it's a camel.
Alright, cigarettes.
Gash, you walk in and you see their leader, which is
I can't believe this is actually working.
a black scaled dragon man or dragonborn.
Dragon man.
There, with him he has a ogre, a goblin wearing a robe that's very obviously some sort of spellcaster, and about 3 armed goons.
Hired goons.
And you do see Tom locked in a cage in the corner.
Okay, so Tom locked in a cage.
You go the dragonborn goes, okay, so it's a camel. Why did you bring it to the camp? Camels smell awful. Get it out of here.
Well, he's not wrong. Nothing personal.
Okay, the guy that just led you in starts trying to shoo you away, Gash.
Alright, I willingly leave and just kind of like saunter off into the desert.
Right
So it
into
was
the
the black
desert because I'm a
dragonborn?
camel with no name.
It was the Black Dragonborn. It was a ogre. It was a spellcaster for sure.
There's
Goblin spellcaster, an ogre, and the 3 henchmen, and Tom.
Tom in the cage.
Or at least this would be up to them to. This would be up to Gash to relay this. But
I think it's this is Gash taking real life notes so she can remember later.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, wait, I have an idea. How close can... Wait, do I have good stealth? Or dexterity, at least? Because I have an idea. Because I took a new cantrip. Let's see. Dexterity +1. That's not bad. Stealth +1. Okay. It's alright. It's not the greatest.
The kobold has more stuff than you.
Man, you sound so disappointed.
Anyhow, what does Gash tell everybody?
All right, so it was 2 henchmen, right? Yeah.
3.
3. Okay. Sorry, my memory in real life is terrible lately, so. All right, so can I talk as a camel as a human? With
No.
a human voice.
You literally have to change back.
You have to.
Yeah, you're
you
right.
have to become a
Yeah,
human again.
you come up. You come up and it's like.
Just talking
Yeah.
camel.
Yeah,
and
if you just came up and started trying to talk as a camel, you probably just end up spitting on them.
please hit the please
Please
hit
And then Akashi would have to punch you. Barbarian.
You know, I suddenly want that drawn.
Hey, it says that I can retain the benefit of any features from my class, race, or other source and can use them if the new form is physically capable of doing so.
Yeah, but but the camel doesn't actually have the lungs to produce words.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have
Or the
the
tongue,
proper
I guess,
voice
yeah.
box
Yeah.
or anything that make actual human talking.
Alright, so I change back into human. Like, my stuff merges with me when I take a new form, so
Yes.
Basically,
I
yes.
don't have to worry about taking.
You don't have to
putting on my
worry about
clothes again.
unequipping or re-equipping. It's all there as soon
Yeah.
as you come back out of it.
Alright, so what I found there in the camp was the Black Dragonborn Goblin spellcaster thing. It looked like he was wearing a robe anyway. Large ogre and a couple of them blokes with the turbans. And Tom was also there in a cage.
Can the cage be opened from a distance?
I don't know if I saw that.
Well, let me rephrase it. If someone were to open the cage from a distance, would he be able to sneak out of the camp?
Might be difficult for him. He's in a corner there, and the rest of them are all around the fire. He'd have to be careful.
Not only that, you don't know if the cage is locked. I mean, actually,
And,
it would have to be locked. So, like, otherwise you'd be able to get out.
Yeah.
You're thinking of using Mage Hand, but like, it's not gonna be that simple.
You're gonna have to stealth mage hand a key off of somebody, and that's probably gonna alert them.
Does the cage even have a door, or is it just like a mousetrap thing that is lowered down and raised up?
It's kind of like one of those circular cages that you usually see prisoners in a lot of like movies and stuff, are just kind of like elevated off the ground.
Oh shoot, I should
do
have
it.
prepared that spell.
Okay.
That would have been so useful now.
What?
Fog cloud. I should have
Oh.
prepared that.
I mean, if you're really just planning on trying to get him out and running away without confronting them?
If it works, you know.
Hey, when in Rome.
When in Rome.
When
Well,
in
it
Egypt.
looks like we actually. You know what the best option is? The best option is to wait until later into the evening for them to go into rest, and then jump them when there's only one active guy.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Before we get into combat. Thrak,
Yes.
if you were to breathe like a dragon, which kind of breath would you want?
Which kind of breath would I want?
Color.
Yeah. Or what kind of breath would you want?
Fire.
And
I mean, you can literally look at him as a kobold. He looks a lot like a red dragon already to begin with, despite his
Yeah.
size.
so when right before the fighting starts, Natris is gonna cast Dragon's Breath on Thrak and give him fire breath.
Okay, that's something for you to hold on to, but we'll wait until we get there.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, unless anyone else has a better plan, I guess the plan is to wait until they're asleep.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like
Most
the
of them
plan
are
to go
asleep.
with is wait till they're asleep and just one person, and then I could try to sneak up on them and dispatch them.
All right. So a couple hours go by as you guys are just kind of skulking around waiting, and you finally see the campfire go out.
Now would be the time.
So stealth check.
Yep.
Self-check party, I assume.
Unless Thor, I mean,
I mean, like I
Thor-
said, I can just like go in by myself and try to.
Yeah, only one of us needs to really go in.
Yeah.
Might as well be
question
the
is,
stealth.
do I just
So,
like
but we have to figure. What are you gonna do if you get caught? Just gonna run out and we'll be waiting, or what? You need to have some sort of plan.
I
B.
think his plan is is to try and take out whoever's on guard, and
I mean, of course, like the rest of them are going to be close enough where they won't get spotted.
Yeah, I
That's
assume we're going to be
right.
taking our time to be careful to not make
Okay,
noise.
but he definitely succeeded on the stealth check. So
Right.
let me set something up here. I actually had like a combat thing set up already, but really all I got to do is rearrange the tokens for this to work.
Right.
I don't like the look of that black dragon.
Cause I can put something on these guys to signify that they're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
jeez.
this guard currently does not know you're there. The rest of them are all sleeping in the back.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Way over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down here in the bottom.
Anyone,
Okay.
I was gonna say, like anyone else that wants to move in would also have to make a stealth check.
Right.
So are you gonna try to just go up and hit this guy?
Yeah.
You will be attacking with advantage because he doesn't know you're there.
Okay, so I move up to him in his blind spot, and with advantage, I rapier him.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's a miss.
He just miraculously ducks.
Okay, everybody roll for initiative.
Well, good job.
Oh, I rolled that with advantage.
Nice.
Eat my advantage!
The first number was 5.
Okay. The other ones don't get to roll for initiative yet because they're not currently awake to be part of the fight. He actually rolled pretty high though.
Not high enough.
Yeah, because you guys heard the guy go, "Hey, what the hell?" Because Thordor just kind of missed him when he tried to. The guy just happened to like suddenly bend over to pick something up when you tried to stab him in the back, but he felt the blade whiz by him though. It's like, what the hell?
You heard her.
Okay, I gotta give Gash her his bonus. It keeps throwing me off because Aaron's a girl and Gash is a guy.
Yeah. We don't mean to, trust me.
I don't. It doesn't really bother me that much.
Scatterson! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Stab!
Shoot it, or with advantage because it's dark. So you're not.
Oh yeah, definitely with advantage because it's dark.
You're not getting the sunlight.
And I'm also getting pack tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hit for 12 damage. Bastard!
This big quest has a bitchin' soundtrack.
Gash, Nikki.
I prefer my remix better, but it's okay.
Still, that game had no right having as good a soundtrack as it did.
True. That soundtrack was amazing, and the game itself is kind of.
Well, and the game is baby's first RPG, which is fine
Yeah.
for what it is.
Let me see here. I want to use my new poison spray.
Interestingly enough, Final Fantasy Adventure in the UK was called.
You got to actually move to where
You gotta
can
move
see.
around the wall.
Yeah.
And your poison spray also only has 10-foot range.
Yeah, it's still 2 squares. So I can get behind him and maybe get. Okay, so. Man. Can't run. Okay, what can I do?
You don't have to make quite that a direct, yeah. I'd say that's close enough.
Okay.
Would that be just close enough?
That's just barely close enough.
So to get him with the spray, I would need 5 more feet, though.
Yeah, they really didn't want to give druids a ranged cantrip that gives them a good attack because they don't want them to be like a damaged spellcaster
Yeah.
for so easily. Anyhow, you could throw your spear at him.
Yeah, I could. All right.
Yeah, that's about the classes you're gonna get.
Okay. I'm supposed to be behind this wall or whatever.
You're supposed to be on the other side of the wall, technically.
Yeah. Alright, then I will throw my spear at him.
Your spear was as fast.
Man, I'm just really bad at spearing.
Spear.
Nikki, pick a new hobby.
He immediately yells, "Guys, we're under attack! Wake up! Wake up!"
Damn it.
I'll kill you.
Well,
None of them get to go until next turn, though.
Right.
I think we should have probably gagged him.
I tried murdering him. It didn't quite
Yeah,
work.
the thing is like Thordor's big attack that would have possibly put him close to death missed.
Yeah.
Because if he had hit, he would have got a sneak attack as well because he didn't know he was there. And he's going to attack Thordor with 2 long sword swings.
I'm here, you punk.
Well, he hit him with 1 hit for 9 damage.
ow.
Shogoth.
Okay. Obviously, I have to come out to be able to see him, buddy. With my distance spell, would I be able to cast Shatter all the way over there?
Hold on. I think Shatter has a pretty long range on it anyhow.
I forgot how far it actually does go.
Highlight with your mouse inside your character sheet. It should
60
give
feet.
you.
It goes 60 feet.
Oh wow. Oh, you're trying to hit them?
Yeah.
You might be able to. Where were you? Where did you start it? You were right next to Datris, right?
Yeah, I was right here. And
You would
then-
only. Yeah. He used 15. You'd only need to go another.
Yeah,
15.
Yeah, if you moved up all the way, you could cast it on that guy and at least hit him, the ogre, and the dragonborn.
Okay, yeah.
I think. Wait, actually, what is the radius on?
Yeah. What is the radius?
I think it's, let's see.
It's a 10-foot radius, so actually it would not hit. It would only hit the guy and the ogre.
Oh, it would hit the dragonborn at least.
Is it a 10-foot circle radius?
Yeah, actually,
It's a 10-foot radius spear center on that point. So if I hit the ogre, it should.
So yeah, if he hits the ogre
Yeah.
anywhere, he's get the other 2 next to him.
okay.
Yeah.
Roll
Okay.
or hit the spell. This is the warrior's saving throw. That's a fail. He takes 15 damage. The ogre. Wow. The ogre actually has high constitution. And he
You
fucked
just
that up.
just royally messed up that roll, yeah.
And he was a
What did it roll? Did it roll like a 2? It rolled a 3.
He was a
And now because oh wait, no, it won't show you his name on the thing because it doesn't say who I'm rolling for. But,
Yeah, it does not.
Constitution saving throw. All of them foobar. I've never seen a shatter get that lucky on all the freaking saving throws.
Woo!
Akashi,
I just
you just heard a really loud crackle from a spell.
Yeah, I just literally shot lightning bolt on them.
Lightning bolt.
This guy's still alive.
Literally.
Yeah,
He's still alive.
He's still alive. He didn't take. He's got a decent amount of health, and he only got
He
hit
took 12
once.
damage.
If we get here, maybe we'll Thrack and Thorder be in the way of the longbow.
No,
Longbow? No, you should be able to shoot past us.
You can shoot past allies.
Yeah, not only can
We're
you shoot
both
past
short
allies,
enough,
but
and he's a
before-
human anyways, so you could literally shoot over our heads.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm not gonna worry. Yeah, I don't have to consider that.
Yeah, also 5th edition's very nice about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Not a lot of damage, but you hit.
Ah!
Ah, bastards. Beatrice.
Alright. So far as I can move is up to there.
Which is occupied by. Yeah.
Hey.
And you can still move another 5 feet if you need to, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Okay. How far away are they from me?
About 20.
70.
Oh,
70.
If you're going across the field to all of them, yeah.
Because he realizes that they're probably a bigger threat than this one guy.
Yeah, the 2 of us can handle this one guy. The rest of you, if you can take pot shots, take pot shots by all means.
I'm gonna do and remember you have Dragon Breath.
You know, I forgot to roll for.
I'm gonna do
I'm going to consider that you haven't given me Dragon Breath yet, because I'm not sure how long that lasts, anyways.
1 minute.
Well, I mean, that actually lasts a while, actually.
Yeah, especially in this leading turn.
Alright, you got. Alright, I'm gonna have to do a second level magic missile and hit all 4 of these guys.
Hold on. I got that open now, too. I forgot to roll initiative for Aiden, so I'm just gonna make him go at the end before I roll for him for the next. Okay, so you're hitting all. What the four front guys?
Yeah, 4 front guys. This guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy.
Might as well just do left to right.
Alright.
Ooh, max 5. A 3 to the second one. Another 3 to the ogre. And a 2 to the last guy.
Lorador.
Okay, well, I take another crack at the guy I tried to ambush. But,
Bonk on the head!
I'm going to move to here, though. And... right here. Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's
And
sneak
sneak attack.
Why couldn't you have done that before?
The first time.
Right.
That was actually the funny thing is you killed him before you even did the sneak attack damage.
Yeah, it was pointless because he's already dead.
Stop! He's already dead!
All you did was sneak attack the air.
That-
The air is very impressed by your damage.
The air saw it coming.
Aiden comes running in and fires at the ogre with his crossbow. Misses. The ogre's fat. Oh, actually, no. 11 is a hit on ogre. His fat didn't deflect it.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Okay,
Well, it's low AC because it's a giant hittable target. So my turn next.
Hold up, I gotta actually roll for everybody's initiative now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they roll for everybody. There might actually be someone who gets crazy lucky on their roll and gets to go move ahead of me.
The ogre got a 0.
Oh my god.
How do you get a 0?
Because he's got a -1 and he rolled.
He's got -1 and he rolled a 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's one slow ogre.
That is bad.
Yeah, as they start to notice what's going on, the Black Dragonborn yells, "My brother's friends have come to save him. Let's send them to their graves." Yeah, he said, "My brother's friends." I was gonna point out now, Thrak, you get a look at him. You also notice he's actually a paladin.
That's what I was thinking.
You recognize like his, some of his armor decorations as
That
being associated with
the frickin' dragon.
No,
goddess.
actually,
No,
the evil god Vicus, the god of tyranny and vengeance.
bad enough.
And now, because the turn order,
Matter of fact,
you
just
can
seeing
see
him
his
get up and
name.
have all those symbols out, I pull out my symbol just to make sure he can clearly see it and then twirl my sword.
It's your turn, and I just want to point out now, because of the turn order, you can see his name.
Really?
Look at the name below mine on the turn order.
I said that's why I'm saying really.
The others haven't seen.
Tornado.
Really? Really?
It's your guys' fault. One of you made the joke about it, so I made him into an actual character.
Really? God damn it.
I'm going to move my full 30.
Oh my god.
And then I'm going to activate the ring.
No, Datrus, his name would have to be Potato, not Potato.
Or actually, how far does Burning Hands go? It only goes like 10 feet, doesn't it? 15 feet. Yeah, it's not going to be far enough.
It's a thing you do on people when they're in your face.
I assume the ring activation is a regular action.
Yeah.
Yes, I summoned the bees.
I was not expecting you to do that. I don't know why I wasn't expecting you to do that.
I was gonna say, what? How did you not see? How did you not see that coming?
All right. You should have control of the bees, because I know I gave you token control of that.
Yes, I do have the stats for that. By the way, I need to talk to you about that later. But so they get a turn right away too.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna have them be as part of your turn.
They can fly 30 feet. Oh, does that mean yes? Yes, 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 yes. Sting! Melee evil paladin dragonborn gets stung in the face. Come on, hit them, boys. Where is it? Where is it?
Should be right underneath you in the.
Actions. Okay, there it is. Roll high.
That's a miss.
Dang it.
Got 2 high rolls on the damage, though.
Yeah, they did so well on the damage. It just could have used a little more on the actual to hit.
You're like, what the fuck, bees?
Bees!
I wish we had a Beezy box.
You shush!
I'm
Or one
glad
that
we
smiles.
didn't take it.
He is going to swing at the bees. Got a hit. that's a hit, and he is going to divine smite them.
He spiked the bees.
No, not the bees.
Oh wow.
Ooh, jeez. I think they're down to 1 hit point? Yup.
Yep.
No!
Shish Nikki. I was gonna point out you cannot heal the bees because them losing health is bees actually dying.
Aw,
I kind of
dang,
figure
I
as
would've
much.
totally
It's like
killed
22
them.
bees get sent to them. Every hit point loss is a bee gone. There's just literally 1 bee left. Just
Yeah, he just divine smited a swarm of bees.
I'm gonna move my full 30.
I never thought I would hear the day someone divide smites bees.
Then I'm going to cast my flaming spear right here.
ooh.
Hit these guys. Let me see here. I think it's what it's I don't know. Yeah,
Flaming
50.
Spear, I think, takes up a single space, so it's like you basically
Yeah.
gotta pick where you're gonna put it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here.
In fact, let's hold on. I'm gonna try to find something to use for this.
Actually, looks like a flaming spear. I don't know how to erase that.
There we go. I'll use this image. I just gotta upload it real quick.
Yeah, there are some tools to find something really quick that you can throw in there.
It takes up a singular space, but it can burn people within 5 feet of it. And I can move it.
Yeah, but you can't move it the first turn you summon it because putting it down basically counts as moving it.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's putting it down right behind them and immediately can start burning 2 of them.
Okay. Click the spell so that I can see the damage.
Alright, here. Let's see here.
Oh wow, that's actually not all that great.
Ouch.
And spell slot for that. Okay.
Let's see, so that's do they take half damage if they fail?
Yeah, I believe so.
Most likely.
It's,
That's usually what these kind of spells do.
It's a 2d6 fire damage on failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So they take half damage if they're successful.
Yeah, so they only take 2 damage.
Let's see, he only took 2 damage. Tornado, let's see if he can. Nope!
He should take double damage for that.
Aiden's turn.
Don't miss. It might help.
He's gonna shoot at the ogre with his crossbow again. Hits for
do we
10
still
damage.
throw damage on those? The 2d6s, or?
No, it already did it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what the 4 is.
Oh, the 4 is, okay.
Holy shit.
I also like to point out, because of the way Aiden has actually equipped himself, he doesn't have a shield, but he's holding his crossbow and his sword at the same time. Oh god.
Let's do Shatter again. Same spot, top of the ogre bit.
Yep, okay.
All the other 2. Yep, come on. Yep. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Gosh, the almighty shattering butt slapper.
Is there a token for
Ogre
the,
failed again.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
shit. What were you saying, Aaron?
I was just wondering if there was a token for like the spear thing.
Yeah,
Should I
I
just
put
draw
it.
that?
You should see
It's
like
on
a
top
little
of the ogre.
flame right above his
Yeah,
nipple.
please. His nipple's on fire.
Jack, let me click on that real quick so I can make it so you can control it. Controlled by Aaron. Save.
Yay.
There. Now when you need to, you can
Yeah.
move it.
Okay, so it should be right here.
Oh, you didn't want it to be directly over him?
It can't be on an occupied square.
Can't be on an occupied square, but it affects everything within 10 feet of it.
In
5
5
feet.
feet of it.
Within 5 feet. No, never mind.
Basically anything within melee range of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as for the other two,
Constitution
Okay,
save for the
so-
other two, yep.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
People started talking about stuff. Desert Warrior counts the Constitution save. Fails 12
Easy.
damage.
and the Dragonborn.
Tornado.
That was
Yeah.
I was supposed
You
to
saved
hit.
this time. 6 damage though.
I was supposed to hit saving throw, but that's still he saved.
He wasn't alerted the first time, but now he's alerted.
Okay, so this Desert Warrior that's not horribly fucking beat up.
I just like to say the other one is because of me. Thank you.
Is going to actually try to cut people off. Runs up to Thrak and takes a double swing at him.
I'll kill you. Tink. Oh, the second one gets
That
me.
hit.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 6 damage. Akashi.
Yep, I got 19.
Have a 30-foot, or if
I think
want
you can. I think you know you can move 35 feet. So you can actually move slightly further than everybody else.
and longbow and that guy. Since that's the only one in range.
Oh, they're all within range of your longbow.
Well, I mean, still, he's the closest one to worry about.
That hits 9 damage. He gets an arrow on the shoulder. Ah, no, I'm into 2. Damn you! Desert Warrior backs up.
Something wants nothing to do with this. This
And
is
fires
dangerous.
Fires his crossbow at Aiden. 15. That's a miss. It just bounces off of Aiden's breastplate and he goes, "Really, son? Want to?" Beatrice.
Beatrice is gonna move up towards Shogoff and add a magnifying gravity to the Dragonborn in Ogre.
How far can magnify gravity go?
60 feet, I believe.
It's actually only a 10-foot square, not a 10-foot radius square though, so like it's not gonna hit too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Which makes sense. It's only a level 1
just get
spell.
them.
Alright. Ready, and here we go.
Ready and
You know
potato.
what? Yeah, let's do it at,
damage.
let's do it at level 2.
Ooh.
That ogre cannot save his life. Literally, he's dead.
He's dead.
He died before he even moved.
I did most of the work.
Tornado takes 6 damage.
The
Ah,
ogre
wow.
committed.
Gobble.
Oh
Gobbo.
I was reading the name Gobbo. Gobbo, Gobbo, Gobbo! What's Gobbo? I think it's some guy's name. Some guy named Gobbo.
I think he's a Pokemon. Can we
boy.
capture him?
So bad. I don't know what I want to do here, boss.
Hey, look, it's a Pokemon! I'm gonna catch it! Oh, it didn't work! You're supposed to weaken it first.
Oh yeah!
This spell
Maybe I'll get a critical.
I'm not a Pokemon, my
Oh.
name's Gobbo! Gobbo! Oh, look, it's a Gobbo!
He casts a spell, and all of a sudden, Beatrice, you see a bolt of acid come flying at your face.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Ooh,
Not the face, not the
nasty.
face.
Not the not.
Half his face burns up. Half his face burns off, and he looks at Shogoff and is like, "Does it look so bad?"
I was about,
It wouldn't look so bad if you have a victim with the opera mask.
That's like right on my path too. That almost hit me.
Ooh.
Actually, he actually moves back a little bit too, because he's like, "This is not a looking good."
Oh dear, he's gonna try to run away.
Why is he Italian?
I
Because
use
bubbly boopity.
my bonus action to dash, so I can get up to this guy here and attack him.
Yes, please. If you can kill him, get him out of the way, that'd be great.
He avoided it.
Dang it.
Track.
Your turn.
Fine.
I kind of feel bad for Deadlock because he gets really bad attack rolls for some
15,
reason.
20, 25, 30.
What are you gonna just try to freaking run past the guy?
I'm thinking that because I'm just like, this guy's not worth my time. That Dragonborn on your hand.
Really bad rolls in general tonight, except for the one for hiding.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's as close as I can get to him, but I have a plan.
But that does prompt.
Oh yeah,
me.
he does get an attack of opportunity on me. Misses. He's under by 1. Haha. And with that being said, it's time for Burning Hands.
You're just gonna torch your bees along with them.
Raise my
Well,
shield
you
and
are-
light them up.
You also have the Dragon Breath.
Oh wait, did you already cast that somehow?
Yeah, right before the fight.
Okay, actually, how does that work then? I think you have to probably click
It's a
something.
15-foot cone and it's 3d6.
How is
15-foot cone. It's a 15-foot cone. It's an action and it's a 3d6.
So basically, it's the exact same thing as what he just did.
Ironically.
Does it have a
What's the saving throw?
on it?
Yeah, saving throw is Dex. I guess it's your saving. No, it's
No, there should be your spell saving throw because
yeah,
you're the one
it's my
casting the spell.
saving throw. Probably is better.
What's your spell saving throw?
14.
14. Yeah, it's one better. Oh,
Saved, just barely. He doesn't even have a dex bonus.
still takes 5 damage.
5 damage and you killed your bees. Bad.
I will be remembering this.
And then realizing that he's up next, just pulls up his shield like, oh god.
Oh my gosh, it's
No,
the square off.
that was the bees. I will be
What?
remembering
The
this.
square off. They're staring down at each other. The villain and the hero.
He goes, I hate kobolds! And he holds up his hand. And
I
casts
hate
a spell
assholes.
at you. A bolt of radiant energy comes flying at you.
Oh god, that hits.
Whap! Ah, you are a jerk!
Yeah, she's sneaky.
Alright, I'm going to ram my spear into,
Oh yeah, he's got. Click the spell again so that I can just. So that
Yeah,
I can,
it'll be easier just to get all the info and the damage.
He's just, he's looking at Thrak, and then all of a sudden
Boom.
he just all of a sudden goes, ah, and falls over.
Literally just sees him fall over, pull up my sword, point at him.
For you!
Aiden's turn. Gonna walk up and take a double swing at this guy that's been giving Thordor an issue. Well, that one of them hit for 4 fucking damage. Goddamn awful. Show
Mid
off.
attacks, yay!
Use a distance spell and cast inflict wounds on that desert warrior.
Oh, look, someone else just turned to soup.
he just suddenly goes, oh, and he holds his chest and collapses.
He watches, he just turns instantly into jerky.
I don't think he has skin left.
Oh, he's got skin, but it's barely indistinguishable from dust.
That's one way of putting it. Jesus.
Okay,
I wasn't-
Kashi.
I wasn't expecting to do that much. Jesus.
I mean, this fight is incredibly easier than it would have been because you got the drop on them.
Since the dragon is the one that's kind of taking off, I'm gonna try to get closer to him.
Gabo.
I mean, the goblin.
Oh, yeah, whoever that thing is running off there.
Twang.
Partner on him.
Are you gonna shoot at him with your bow?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Trying to find his bow in his list.
It wasn't appearing. It didn't appear.
Yeah, the arrow was as fast as ah! Desert warrior's turning. Master Gobbo, I will protect you. He runs up and starts swinging.
The
at
kobold
Drac.
slowly looks at him.
Do you really want to do this?
Oh god!
You really want to do this?
He just knocked you out.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
literally just hit 0.
Oh, Jesus.
Every combat was replunk.
You,
Yes, he
You-
really wanted that.
you stupid lizard! You died twice today. I mean, not technically.
No, it wasn't.
No, but I mean the
2 days
session.
ago.
I mean the session. Wise.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
My fanny hurts.
Mattress is gonna move up
You came to talk.
30 feet. And let's see, how far away is he now? Oh! I'm gonna half his movement. He really ticked me off. He's getting a magnify gravity. Magnify gravity on the goblin.
Wow.
Oh, come on!
Damage.
That piddly damage. Well, let's hope that he loses his constitution. Oh my word.
This movement's half.
Oh jeez.
What?
The movement's half, though. No, it's not. Wait, he saved.
Saved.
He saved. No, he has no half movement. He is still full movement. Get him for
The
one
question-
hit
the question
point.
is realistically, at this point, he should be trying to run.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, he actually.
What happens if he gets outside the map? He's gone.
I mean, the thing is, you can technically try to chase him down, but it's a matter of whether or not your characters want to exert the energy, because he's gonna dash, which means he's gonna go 60 feet to get away from you guys.
I have a feeling we'll see him again sometime if he gets away.
My character currently has no input.
Just to signify how far he's ran without actually having him leave the map.
Whee!
If he does get to the edge of the map, though, from there he's gone.
Alright.
And we got a companion down right
Sort of.
now. And one other thief still standing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make that.
But it's actually off in further direction. But
Unless you use your bow.
The thing is whether he'll actually hit.
Okay.
not actually to the west. That's just to symbolize him getting further away to the north, I believe.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah, because the map ends 2 more spaces,
Oh, no.
but he's still running to the north.
But it will still say that's the same amount of distance he is from you, though, because...
Right.
It's not any easier.
Wait. Should really move there because of the. That's kind of where he was, so that's 50 feet. I of course use my dash to get close enough, of course. And I pull out my bow. Oh.
Ah! Yeah, you definitely hit him. He's just like. Actually, and I'm gonna say because he's actually trying, because you shot him in the back. I'm gonna say that's a sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was about to say.
Yeah, he just crumples on the ground.
Next to his dead, shrivel up friend.
Not next to him. He's really far away from him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unconscious guy. Are you gonna be? Actually, you gotta make a death save.
Oh.
I have the black lung.
Oh dear.
What do I have to do now?
Make a death.
There's a spot on your sheet. I think it's right next to your. It's in between hit dice and
Yeah, death save.
And yeah, you gotta click death save. It's underneath successes and failures. That was, that was advantage turned on by accident. You still succeeded anyhow because
it was still the high one, yeah.
10.
Yeah, the first number was 16.
So that's a success.
Yep.
Yeah, Shishniki.
Alright, can I move my flame and hit this guy as well as try to revive Thrak?
Yeah, because
Would that be considered
actually wait,
two
because
spells at once?
Yeah, what does that? How does that spell
because
work?
the thing is, I think
it,
moving the flame itself is a bonus action, and the spell is a bonus action, and you can't use two bonus actions in the same turn. I mean, I guess you could do one of them as a full action, but
yeah, I was gonna say you could maybe do it as a full action. Otherwise, yeah, no, you can't get close enough.
Okay. Let me see here.
Yeah, I do believe. I don't know the technicalities in the book, but I've usually ruled it that you can do a bonus action as a regular action. But that's just me. That's up to you.
he's close enough for healing word.
Yeah.
If you just choose not to use your flaming sphere.
Yeah. I could also. I can't really run up to him either. I'll just do healing word. Alright, and then I will do that as a level 2. Arise, my companion!
I live.
Aiden's turn. He's gonna run up to this asshole and take a double swing at him. Actually, I gotta close some of these character sheets because I don't need all these open when these guys aren't even conscious anymore. Actually, the first one hit anyhow, so yeah, he's dead.
They all died horribly.
And they died.
Horribly.
Walk up to the
Yeah,
Dragonborn
yeah,
first,
you-
give him a swift kick in the side, and then immediately go after Tom.
Yeah, Tom's kind of looking at Tornado and saying, "Yeah, take that, you jackass!"
You know he's dead. He can't hear you.
Freaking
Just
jerk.
unconscious.
And
He's just
start,
unconscious.
start trying to pull the cage open.
Make a strength check or athletics check.
I position myself.
Athletics
over
check.
here.
Oh god, this is gonna be rough. At least I have a +1. That's saving throw, just regular check. So
Well, he's technically that's a strength check, not an athletics check.
Oh.
But,
Oh, I thought I heard you say.
yeah,
strength
you
check.
said strength check.
Yeah, you said strength.
I must have cut out when I said athletics afterwards. But
Well, then athletics is actually better.
failed.
And rolls lower. Thanks, game.
Okay, move aside. Let a professional do this.
Sleight of hand, trying to lock pick it.
Good move over.
I'm Ozzie.
Yeah, the lock just just drops right off after you take a couple seconds with it. Tom leaps out and goes, "Yay! I'm free!" And he just runs over Tornado and pulls a piece of cheese out of his bag and shoves it in Tornado's mouth. He's like, "That's how I roll, brother."
You do know you can't actually eat something. He's dead.
He's unconscious.
He technically is unconscious. He's not dead yet.
I still don't think he could chew.
So here's a deal. I'm a good paladin. He's obviously an evil paladin. More question, do I leave him be, or for the good of the rest of the world, do I have to mercy kill him? Because both is the later is very, very tempting.
Well, you might want to ask Tom what he thinks.
Yeah, kind of standing over him, looking down at him with the cheese stuck in his mouth. Then kind of look up at Tom.
So what do we do with him?
Kick him? And he kicks him.
You did ask him.
He goes, he's an asshole. My parents adopted him, and he took that as he never appreciated it, and he hates kobolds.
Kind of looks back down at the Dragonborn again, looks back up to Tom.
He views us as a stain on the reputation of all dragon kind.
We're more pure dragon than he is.
That's debatable.
Don't you even?
Points right at Shoggoth.
Well, they all just look like giant lizards to me, but to each his own.
I could go into much detail about this, but no, right now.
I'd say you're more related to a salamander, but
Kind of looks at Tom and still points down at Tornado.
I think it's within my code that I need to take him out.
Tom just kind of shrugs.
No concerns then?
Boys.
Alright.
I call out to Thrak. Oi, isn't there an authority we can take him to for punishment? Proper execution, that is.
Thrak just basically blinks, raises a hand, and then points at himself.
I'm a paladin. I am a
goes,
paladin
"No,
of a goddess. This guy's an asshole. He worships an evil god, and he just tried to kidnap people and tried to murder us.
Aiden points out, we also don't exactly have very good tools for trying to take him back to town as a prisoner.
Alright.
I
Ash just kind of shrugs. He's...
I'm just gonna say that Thrak kind of walks up alongside him, pulls out his rapier, holds it above his chest, right above his heart, and goes,
May Sith have mercy on you.
Shunk! Coup de grace, and pulls it out quickly.
Question is, what do you want to do about the goblin wizard that's unconscious outside of the thing?
Oh, is he still alive too? Oh dear.
Yeah, he just tried to run because he's like, fuck this shit.
Oh, the dwarf apparently has a lot of interest already.
Well, I mean, I figured I shot him. I should at least go up to him, probably bring the body to us.
I'll pull him back over here.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess the first things first about the goblin is, does he have any particular religious markings or anything on him as well?
No, he just looks like he's just a wizard that was probably just a hired muscle, as much as a magic user can be hired muscle.
He's a hired goon.
Hired goon.
not this joke again.
Goons. Hired goons.
Hired dragoon.
The question is,
That's what I'm saying.
the question is, do you actually want you guys to heal yourselves at all?
Probably.
Probably. Yes.
It probably would be a wise idea.
And then we could
With
decide
our-
what we can
especially
do
our-
with Goblins.
yeah.
Because you technically don't. If you want to save him, you technically don't have to heal him. You could just bandage him up to stop him from bleeding out.
Yeah, I don't have anything particular against my character. At least doesn't have anything particular against goblins, but he is slightly miffed at his attempt to try and hurt us.
I also point out, Gash might have an opinion on this.
Yeah, I should. I'm going to say, why don't we just patch this one up and carry him back? He shouldn't be too much more trouble.
Kind of slow sigh and just like,
I'm fine with that option.
mm,
All right.
actually, before we carry on with much else, actually, do I have any medicine? Can I stop his bleeding? Is that a thing? Do I have that thing? No, I have a +0.
And of course, I assume we check them for like any valuables
do
or
I have it?
items of interest.
Oh yeah, as soon as I'm done actually patching up people really quick, I'm actually going to check the Dragonborn for any goodies.
I do
Yeah.
have +3 medicine. Should
But
I
we
roll
re-
for that?
Yeah, go ahead and check
Yeah.
for that. And heck, you've been around goblins, you should almost get
Jeez.
bonus. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
same.
too.
I'll say you actually kind of have him conscious, and you just lay him in the corner for now. But
Does
let's
he
deal
fit
with the
inside the cage?
Huh?
Does he fit inside the
Does he-
cage?
Does he fit
Kind
inside?
of, kind of. But you
to me,
guys,
it's
Oh, we didn't break the lock. I just I unlocked it.
True.
So we can
So-
just lock the lock again.
but deal with your healing real quick. What are you doing, Thrak?
I'm going to lay hands on Datris. He lost 10 hit points. I can actually selectively heal that much on him right now.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna
So,
walk over.
so lay hands and you're fully healed.
Cool.
And then I'm scuffed up as per usual, being a frontliner.
I can do cure wounds on you if you
I
want.
can do a 5 hit points right now, and I still have some leftover space for healing.
Okay.
But that'll also be the last of my lay on hands.
So how much are you healing yourself for?
5. So sure, I'll allow Nikki to heal me more if he wants to.
All right. It's level 2 cure wounds.
That helps. 28. It's almost full.
All right. So yeah. So now before you search anything, this is the last thing I'm really gonna set up for tonight because of how late we're running.
Mm-hmm.
But
To say yes, turn almost 11 for you.
Yeah.
But you guys suddenly notice that a hooded figure has approached from the south, and you hear a familiar sounding voice. It says, "I finally caught up with you."
A familiar voice that says they finally caught up with us.
And who be you?
To everybody's surprise, he flips back his hood, and it's Aiden, even though Aiden's standing in the middle of you.
Hey?
Uh-oh.
Immediately move behind this Aiden and put my weapon ready.
Okay.
And it's like,
Can I do a
that's what
thing?
I was just gonna point out, Thrak does have something he could use in this situation.
Yes, I can. Where is it now?
How is Datris reacting to this, by the way?
Datris is so confused right now. He's like, "What's my mother's maiden name?"
If you're you and you're me,
They both answer with the correct answer, by the way. I don't actually off the top of my head know what it is, but they
Yeah.
Enhance. Where is it? Dang it! I know it's here. Am I looking past it? Is my elf here? No, that's.
It's called Divine Sense.
Divine Health.
Divine
Nice.
Sense.
Divine Smite.
It's right above Lay on Hands.
Dang it! I looked past it like 3 times. Okay, yes. Divine Sense. Number 1. Go. Boom.
Okay.
If his fails, I can try my eye for detail.
I'm gonna point out the one to the south. You look at him, and he's got a his aura is about the same as what you kind of see from like yourself or Datris, and then you look to the north and you realize that, there's 3 evil auras that direction. There's the goblin, there's Shogoth, and there's the other Iden that's been with you the whole time.
Immediately look at him with
He
the
goes-
sword out. Who are you?
He goes, blast. You figured it out. And all of a sudden, his skin, like his body basically peels off of him as a giant snake creature pops out.
Ah!
And this is where we're ending for the night.
Oh my god.
Next.